broadcast booth, brought to you by Agents Chris Thomas and Tanner Baggett. Stephen Fitzhugh Field at Eagle Stadium on the campus of Ouachita Christian School. We are in Monroe, Louisiana for another edition of Ouachita Christian Eagle Football. I want to thank you for tuning in here on the Ouachita Christian Sports Network for tonight's contest between the Tensas Panthers and your Ouachita Christian Eagles. My name's David Gordy. It's going to be my privilege to bring you the play-by-play call tonight, and handling the color commentary, my broadcast partner, Daniel Kirkendall. And as usual, Donnie Haley up here with us, bringing you all the numbers. I'd like to remind our listeners tonight that this game is also being streamed live in high definition at OCS.org. You go to the live stream, you got a couple of options there to choose from. OCS football, you can follow the YouTube portal that'll take you right there. What I've noticed too, Daniel, is when you get on the YouTube portal, if you watch a couple times, it just sticks with your favorites. You don't even have to go back to it. You just go to YouTube.
Yeah, you know what else I've noticed? Instant replay.
Oh, it's fantastic. That's Brandon McQuillan and the boys, and I got to tell you, they do a great job of bringing us all fantastic camera angles, and they do a great job of producing these broadcasts. But if you don't have the opportunity to watch, just simply listen, and you can do that via the MixLR app. Well, you don't even need the app, Dan. You can just go to the school's webpage and you don't have to log in. You just listen. You listen live, click on the link, and you can do it. I guess the long and short of it is, if you want access to Ouachita Christian Eagle football, there's plenty of ways you can do it.
No question about it. The MixLR app is pretty handy. I like it because, you and I go live, but we get a notification. It tells us when we go live. Also, throughout the week, we do coaches shows, and there will be some other things as the school year moves on, different activities, sports. Last night, was, of course, homecoming, and it was the homecoming presentation of 2023. So there's a lot of content that Ouachita Christian is wanting to put out there right now for people who can't attend every single thing that goes on. There's a lot of stuff that goes on.
Great to be home, Fitzhugh Field at Eagle Stadium. Great accommodations here at Eagle Stadium, and a great spot to broadcast a football game. Kim Stenson and the administration here at Ouachita Christian, well, they do a great job of keeping this press box and keeping where we do business here on Friday nights in great shape. It's a great night for some high school football. You and I both had a chance to be down on the field earlier, walking around, and boy, I tell you what, it's that nice mid-fall evening that boy, it's almost built for football. And tonight's going to pack a little pageantry as we're celebrating homecoming 2023 here at Eagle Stadium. And you can see when you pull up on the campus of Ouachita Christian, it's homecoming. You can see the suits, you can see the dresses, you can see the balloons, you can see the flowers, and of course
the hats.
Lots of hats, lots of hats as well. But homecoming always a big deal here at Ouachita Christian, and hats off to the school and the administration. They do such a great job at handling homecoming, and should be a great night for homecoming, and hopefully going to be a great night for the Ouachita Christian Eagles.
Yeah, no question about it. This is I was thinking about it. This is week 4 of a 10-week season, and you want to be able to break your season up as a team, and you can determine success and try to make it to certain checkpoints throughout the season. And right now the Eagles sit at 3-0. 2 really tough wins to start the season off, and last week just a dominating victory over Mansfield. I was really impressed with our team last week. We've seen a lot of growth. This is one of those nights you can look out there, Dave, and you'll probably talk about this, but Tensas dresses out about 20 players, maybe a little less than that. And we're thankful that they come here year in and year out and play homecoming. So you're going to see a lot of different guys play tonight, but this is kind of one of those, you get your 2 away games, you got your 2 home games. This is one of those checkpoints in the season. And I feel like the Eagles are in a good spot starting off the season 3-0 going into this game.
Well, you can't do much better than 3-0 when you play 3 games.
That's
right.
And
the Eagles have been able to, as you mentioned, Daniel, a really tough game to start the year with Dallas Christian, another really challenging game with the Oak Grove Tigers, and, of course, against the Mansfield Wolverines last week. I want to thank everybody for tuning into the broadcast. We're about 20 minutes from getting this thing underway. I want to take our first break from here at Eagle Stadium and invite you to come back and join us as we'll have a chance to catch up with Ouachita Christian head football coach Stephen Fitzhugh. You're listening to Ouachita Christian Eagle football on the Ouachita Christian Sports Network.
Hey, your mic's not on. I don't know what's going on there. Oh, here we go. Let me try again. Go ahead. Now it's off for real. Try one more time. Well, I don't know what's going on. We're not getting a feed from David here. We'll have to go back down and check with him in just a minute. Everything tested out before the game. So David will make his way back up here in just a few minutes. But as David mentioned earlier, this is week 4 of the season. It's already here. Seems like the season's gone by pretty quickly. And, you know, in the past, this has not really been a competitive matchup, a competitive series between the OCS Eagles and the Tensas Panthers. The Eagles lead the series 7 games to none, actually with 5 shutouts in those 7 games. And the series started back in 2013. Average score sees the Eagles winning these games by 47 points. The total output for the scores is 354 to 30. So the Eagles able to have a lot of offensive success against the Panthers in the past. Hopefully we'll see that again tonight. And the Tensas Panthers having a tough time getting the ball going. So we're going to try to get this microphone working so we can get with David here in a minute. So we're going to take a quick commercial break and be back in just a moment. for the Eagles. Our young quarterback, Luke Vadrine, looked good. Zach White ran the ball well. Tate Hamby had a big touchdown, and so it was a good game. The Panthers last week lost to Ringgold 50-14 and now sit at 0-3 on the season. And I think we got some equipment technical difficulties worked out. David, are you there?
Hey, Daniel, how you doing?
Hey, I got you.
Good. Well, it's I'm glad you could get me, but unfortunately we're unable to catch up with Coach Fitzhugh tonight. As did have a few moments to visit with him, and if you follow this program, you know that that Ouachita Christian's going to be ready to go tonight. Daniel, I think one thing that's kind of neat, homecoming 2023, but one of the other things that's pretty neat is, for the first time in the history of Ouachita Christian School, Ouachita Christian has 2 helmets. They're going to, they decided to break out the new helmets that were purchased at the beginning of this season, and they're in play tonight, as they say.
Yeah, do you know how long it's been since we wore a different helmet? Since we've been wearing the, as you say, the traditional golden helmets?
I think that the traditional gold helmet dates back to Coach Harper. I think sometime probably in the maybe the early to mid '90s, they got rid of the gray helmets with the green face mask, went to a gold helmet, and have been, as they say, sporting one ever since.
Well, that's something we've known about for a while. We saw the video that was posted when they when the team first got them and they handed them out. I know the players were really excited about it, and now they get to break them out for the first time, and we'll see what we can do in these green helmets.
Well, I think what's interesting is Kim Stinson. She keeps this database of all these incredible numbers, which most people don't care, but also don't see. But I mean, we have a record of green pants with white jerseys with green pants, white jerseys, white pants, green jerseys, green pants, gold pants, white jerseys. We have all of those, and she's compiled these into the history of Ouachita Christian football. Well, tonight you're going to get to see what our record is with the green helmets, and hopefully Ouachita Christian's going to be able to defeat what's always a competitive football team in the Tensas Panthers. They're going to come over here, Daniel, undermanned, as you can look across now and see. Well, I tell you, I think you maybe mentioned at the beginning of the broadcast somewhere in the neighborhood of around 20 players, but I think you'd be hard-pressed to get 20 over there. But these guys typically come over here to Monroe, and they leave it all out on the field.
Yeah, no question about that. You mentioned the database that Kim Stinson provides us each week, and it's chock full. It's about 25 pages, and we get to comb through that. And even local radio and sports writers and radio stations, they look at this and they're like, man, those guys really got it together. And so now there's going to be like another page that's added because there's no record of the games with different helmets on, but we do have it, like you mentioned, with our green tops, white pants on, and that's what we're wearing tonight. And OCS historically has a record of 22-4. All of those games coming in the Stephen Fitzhugh era. Only wore this combination one time last year, and we're 1-0 last year. So it's a pretty cool resource that we have here at OCS. It's kind of for a football nerd, which I think many of us qualify as a football nerd. And excuse me.
I'll tell you this right now. I'm going to go ahead and take exception to that, and tell you to speak for yourself, man. You know what I mean?
Well, I know you better than that, so I know you would wear that tag proudly. If we can never think of anything to talk about, we can always talk about football.
Well, who wouldn't?
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
You and I talked a little bit about during the pregame hey, you know what I'm going to do?
Yeah.
All right, look, I got a chance right now to try and ease down here and see if I can get a hold of Coach Fitzhugh.
Oh, I see him. Yeah.
And he may give us a kind word. He may not.
Yeah.
But I think the guys are ready.
Oh, yeah, I see him down there. You're walking up to him right now.
I am. Coach, you got the guys ready tonight?
We're ready to go. We're ready to go. Special homecoming night, and first time we're breaking out the green, so we got to go out there and do things right.
We need to get a 1-0 beside the green helmet, right? That's exactly right. Great luck tonight, Coach.
Hey, thank you.
You bet.
All
Coach
right.
Stephen Fitzhugh, he's got the boys ready. I can tell you too, Daniel, there's a pretty big sound of some motorcycles, man, here in the background. I don't know if you can hear them from up there in the press box, but they got some engines revving back here in the background as the guys are getting ready to make their way out onto the field. Homecoming 2023 here at Ouachita Christian.
Yeah, pretty cool pageantry tonight with a lot of things going on. This is Coach Fitzhugh's 26th year as the Eagles head coach. He has 243 wins against 78 losses. The coach for the Panthers is Coach Quentin Powell. Coach Powell is in his second season with the Panthers with 3 wins and 47 losses. The Eagles are actually ranked pretty high. I know in the LSWA, the Writers Association poll, they have the Eagles ranked #1 in 1A. I think receiving 144 votes, like really kind of a landslide there. And I also saw the Louisiana Sportsline poll. They received all the first place votes in 1A. And David, you can attest to this, but there's a poll that this one guy does. I found it. You told me about it. I found it. The Eagles last week jumped into the top 25. It's kind of a power rankings, all classes.
Absolutely.
And this week they've been bumped up to number 23 in that opinion poll in all classes. So it looks like the Eagles are starting to kind of get ready for some of this pageantry. And yeah, it's hard to tell. I mean, the girls look great down there. They're in their hats. They're seated kind of on the the east side of the football field. They got their hats and their dresses, and they had their ceremony last night. Senior Darcy Egger, one homecoming queen this year, so she's going to represent the school well in that aspect. And we're going to take just a quick break, and we'll come back for the kickoff of tonight's game. Thank you for listening to Ouachita Christian Eagle Football on the Eagle Sports Network.
Here come your Eagles! Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to homecoming at Eagle Stadium and Stephen Fitzhugh Field for tonight's game featuring the Panthers of Tensas against your Ouachita Christian Eagles. Please direct your attention to midfield for tonight's coin toss. The captains for Tensas Panthers, number 1, number 53, number 6, and number 59. Tonight, Ouachita Christian would like to recognize a very special occasion. The honorary captains for tonight's game involve a couple of father-son combinations of past and current Eagles, Andy and Drew Mosier and Josh and Jet Hudnall. Andy Mosier played football for OCS from 1981 to 1984 and was a member of the first Ouachita Christian football team to make the playoffs. Andy was an offensive lineman for the Eagles and was also a member of the OCS Eagle Airs and played baseball for the Eagles as a senior. Andy now teaches and coaches at Ouachita Christian. His son Drew has been a part of the Ouachita Christian football team for all 4 years of his high school career, playing on the offensive line as his father did. Drew received the Strength and Conditioning Award after his sophomore season. He was a starter on the 2022 state championship football team. Josh Hudnall played football for OCS from 1995 to 1998 and was a two-way starter on the 1997 state champion football team. Josh was a wide receiver and defensive back for the Eagles and was a member of the OCS baseball team, where he also won a state championship with the Eagles. In addition to his daily job, Josh now coaches baseball at Ouachita Christian. His son, Jet, has been a part of the Ouachita Christian football team for all 4 years of his high school career. Jet plays the same position as his dad, wide receiver and defensive back. Jet was a two-way starter on the 2022 state championship football team, and like his father, Jet has also won a baseball state championship with the OCS Eagles. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a round of applause for these father-son combinations of OCS Eagles, Andy and Drew Mosier and Josh and Jet Hudnall.
Well, Daniel, the Tensas Panthers have won the coin toss, and they have deferred. So actually, the Eagles are going to receive to get the first half underway, and it's a good coin toss. And I think it's really neat too that Coach Fitzhugh and the program here at Washita Christian with these proud papas and their boys being able to come out to midfield and represent the green and gold one more time. You know, it's kind of nice.
Yeah, I think it's a pretty cool thing. Those are two good men out there that are good Christian leaders in the community. So we're going to take a break and go to our prayer and invocation.
For the occasion together to be able to enjoy the great game of football and to celebrate homecoming here at Washita Christian School. Father, it takes a lot of folks to pull off an event like this tonight, and so we're going to pray a blanket of protection on each and every one involved, keep everybody safe. We pray for the players that they will play to the best of their abilities. And Father, everything we do, whatever our role, we pray that we bring honor and glory to you. Thank you so much for your son, Jesus, the hope he gives us now and the hope he gives us in the future. And it's in his name we pray. Amen.
Stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight. For the ramparts we watched, bursts of gallantly stream, and the rockets' red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Welcome back. We're getting all set for kickoff to begin this game, and I got to tell you, this is the Farm Bureau broadcast booth, and I just want to say a big thanks to Farm Bureau broadcast agents Chris Thomas and Tanner Baggett, not just for sponsoring the football program, but they dropped us off a pretty tasty treat tonight, some cookies. David, you there? He's on his way up here, but yeah, they dropped us off some treats, and we're about to get this game underway. So thanks to them. Tensas Panthers will be kicking off. Number 6 is the kicker. As they get 11 players on the field, they'll be kicking from right to left. If you're sitting where I am, we're going to have number 13 Tate Hamby back deep to receive. One career kickoff return for a touchdown. You know, there's a lot of things that Tate has been good at, and the return game is one of his specialties. He does have 6 punt returns in his career, and he's trying to get that 7th one to break the all-time record here at Washita Christian. David, I don't know if you heard what I was saying, but I mentioned that Chris Thomas and Farm Bureau brought us some cookies tonight.
Let me say what Chris Thomas sent us up here is
Cookies is an understatement, isn't it?
well, I would say it's the very definition of cookie.
Yeah.
I mean, fantastic.
Yeah. We're
Moist.
thankful for them.
Really good. I mean, we ought to. You know what? Where's our box? You know what? I'm going to throw the love out there. This
to the chef.
These came from us from Millennial Cookie. Let me tell you something. The folks at Millennial Cookie, they know what's going on.
They do. Those are
now, I
pretty
didn't
good.
get a bite of that, whatever the one you had.
Which
kind
one?
Of
the
kind of
helmet?
marshmallowy, kind of.
Oh, the one that tasted like oatmeal cream pie?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was fantastic.
Yeah.
Well, the Panthers, on their first kickoff attempt, they tried to kind of squib it to the right side, and it goes out of bounds, and the Eagles opting to have the Panthers re-kick it here to start this game.
Well, number 6 is handling the kicking chores for the Panthers, and unfortunately for us, we don't have a number or a name for number 6, but unfortunately, it looks like there's going to be several numbers on our roster that don't have names associated with them. But number 6 this time, looked like he was going to kick it. Decided that maybe he wouldn't kick it.
Well, I think the whistle threw him off. He started to go kick it, and then the official blew the whistle, and he didn't know it. Just a little communication confusion there.
All right, so we've got 11 players on the field, and we got 3 on the sideline. So 14 guys making the trip over from St. Joe tonight. Low line drive kick. It's going to be fielded by one of the upbacks for the Eagles. Actually, tough to see.
Number 2. It looks like
it's going to be Patrick Turpin.
Yeah, Patrick Turpin.
So Turpin's going to scoop it up at the 40-yard line, take a knee, and the Eagles will set up shop first down and 10. As it looks like they'll put this football down at the Eagle 40-yard line. First down and 10, first drive of the night for the Ouachita Christian Eagles. First game ever in anything with these new green helmets. And I got to tell you, I think they work well.
Yeah, I think they look good out there. It's not. It doesn't even look that much different that they look so good. It's like when you receive a good haircut and nobody notices because it's a good haircut. That's what I say about these green helmets. They look sharp.
Luke Vadrine's going to throw his first pass of the night. He's going to complete that one to Dugan. Dugan's got some running room. He's at the 30. Now he's at the 20. Now he's at the 10. Touchdown, Ouachita Christian, as Drew Dugan is going to take the first play of the night. 60 yards for a Ouachita Christian touchdown. Luke Vadrine's first pass of the night is going to be a touchdown for the Eagles. I'll tell you something else, too, that was interesting. I don't know if you saw it. I don't know if anybody viewing at home did, but one of the defensive linemen for Tensas shook every hand on the offensive line just then for the Eagles to start this game. And maybe a little bit of respect, maybe a little bit of sportsmanship, maybe a little bit of both. But, boy, you don't see that very often.
No, you don't. But, that's something I remember watching these teams play in the past. There always is a good sportsmanship shared between the two teams. On that play right there, Dugan comes out of the backfield, just runs a wheel route. Luke hits him in stride. He has one stiff arm, and that's all he has to do to finish the play on that, what was it, about 60-yard touchdown run?
Yeah, Donnie says it's officially 60 yards, and that's what will go down as Ouachita Christian takes an early 7-0 lead as Gavin Polk does what Gavin Polk does, splits the uprights on the extra point as the Eagles go up now 7-0. We want to thank our first quarter sponsor tonight, Darren Dugan, the Darren Dugan Agency. For all your home, auto, life, and business insurance needs, call Darren Dugan today, 318-807-2100. And why not bring up the Darren Dugan Agency as soon as Drew Dugan takes this one in from 60 yards out. I'll tell you another thing I like to see about Drew that time. He had another gear.
Yeah.
Caught the pass, got out in the flat, and when he got his body squared and his shoulders turned upfield, I don't think it's any shock to you and I, but Drew Dugan can run.
Well, he's one of those kids. We've talked about him probably in at least 2 games this year, how much time he spends up here in the offseason preparing. He's slimmed up a lot. He plays tight end and kind of fullback position, catches passes, runs routes. Will even carry the ball every once in a while. I don't think he has any carries on the year, but just a weapon on offense. And this is Reed Smalling out here kicking off.
Reed's going to handle the kicking chores for the Eagles. He gets a low kick, going to be fielded cleanly by the Panthers at around the 25-yard line. And number 6, the kicker, only moments ago for Tensas, is going to field that one cleanly and kind of ease his way out of bounds, where the Panthers will take over on their first possession of the night. First down and 10 at their own 35-yard line. 11 minutes and 42 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. Ouachita Christian 7, Tensas 0.
Yeah, if you look at the linebacker position tonight, you'll see on this right side linebacker, John Larkin Turner's in. He's starting. Maddox King is out, and that's one thing. We didn't get to the ways to win tonight, but that's one thing that I would see as a win tonight is letting some of our guys get healthy, work on getting healthy. Maddox King took a pretty good lick last week, and so he's gonna watch tonight. And John Turner, who's a capable linebacker, is going to be taking his place. Cooper Russell, you can also see on the defensive line. So a couple new starters in tonight for the Eagles.
Looks like number 13 may be playing out of position tonight.
No, he's in the safety. Yeah, it's kind of back to 2022 there.
Yeah, okay, I like. All right, so first down and 10 for Tensas. Quarterback for the Panthers. Trying to get a number on him. It's actually number 6. Unfortunately, again, we don't have a number for number 6, but he's going to be sacked and dropped for a big loss. That time, Parker Payne, number 2 for the Eagles, is going to go in untouched and wrestle the quarterback down to the ground. Going to be a big loss on the play, real big loss. Actually 15 yards, which is going to now bring up second down and 25 for Tensas. They'll move this football back to the Panthers' 17-yard line.
Parker Payne comes off the edge from the rover position, which is a pretty cool position. Sometimes he's gonna blitz the quarterback. Sometimes he's gonna drop back as a linebacker to help with the run. He'll even drop into coverage, kind of as a defensive back from time to time. Versatile player, versatile position.
I will tell you, being down on the sideline, I had a chance to watch number 6 throw the football a couple of times. He can throw the ball.
He can. Well, the snap was at his feet last time, so he gets a better snap this time.
Yeah, that one's going to be incomplete out in the flat. And when I say throw the football, I don't know the level of accuracy that you're going to see out of him. But I did, Daniel, a couple times he would send guys deep on a fly route, just warming up, and definitely capable of throwing the football 35, 40 yards in the air where it needed to go.
Yeah, well, that one was ruled a forward pass. It was just kind of a screen, and that was close that must have been a parallel pass. It was close, but the officials ruled it incomplete, and I wouldn't even say that was a terrible pass. But, I have noticed, though, I know that they only have 14 guys dressed out, but that still seems like less than it usually is. Usually it's around 18 to 20. So, I hope the future's bright for this Tensas Panther program, but they're going to need numbers and players for that to happen.
First third down of the night for Tensas. Third down and 25. Low snap from center, picked up and handled. Going to be complete out in the flat, and that's going to be complete to number 0. That's Dion Percy. And Percy, he's going to actually, Daniel, he's going to lose 4 yards for his trouble, so it's going to bring up fourth down and 19 for Tensas. 10 minutes and 20 seconds left to play. Here in the first quarter, Ouachita Christian 7, Tensas 0.
Yeah, another kind of, I guess that was a bubble screen, but the pass was completed, and he was tackled behind the line of scrimmage, and here we go. Tate Hamby back to receive a punt here.
Yeah, Tate, Daniel, I couldn't hear everything that you were saying up here, but I think Tate is actually... Is he a return away from breaking?
He's won. No, he's tied. He's tied with 6 returns right now. So
this is going to be very returnable.
He's going to return
actually, because it's going to be so far behind him that he's actually.
Oh my goodness!
Just an unbelievable clip. I'm not sure if Tate sees this or not, Daniel, but he's looking like he's wanting to set up a big run. And I got news for you. That's going to be inside the 10. And that one's coming back.
Yeah, that was one of the most blatant block in the backs I've seen.
Yeah, there's no doubt about that one. We get to watch a replay there, and you can see it right in front of us. It was bad. Having said that, it's not a personal foul.
No.
So they're going to mark off this 15 yards, and there's 10 yards from the. Well, let's see where
it'll be from the spot back here. So they'll be around the 20-yard line.
Yeah. So that return's coming off the books.
Yep.
And Eagles will take over once they mark this thing off. So, yeah, big opportunity there for Tate. Definitely got it set up. Oh, it was a great punt for that young man. I can tell you this, Tate wasn't expecting it as Tate had to turn, but you knew that he was going to have the distance and be able to set that up, and he did. But You know what? Maybe that won't be the last punt of the night.
Well, you know, last week the punter at Mansfield did not have a big leg, and there were a couple times where the ball landed way in front of Tate when he wanted, you know, to return it. He had to come up and just let it roll because there was pretty good coverage. Well, that time he did scoot up, and the ball was kicked over his head. But still, it was kicked far enough where he was able to corral it and only had one guy to beat. Unfortunately, there was that block in the back. So the Eagles will have it at the 24.
First down and 10 for the Eagles. They put this football at the 24-yard line. 9 minutes and 30 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. Ouachita Christian 7, Tensas 0. Second possession of the night. First one resulted in a touchdown.
I think the Panthers took a timeout.
We're going to have a timeout taken by the Tensas Panthers. We'll take a quick timeout with them. You're listening to Ouachita Christian Eagle Football on the Ouachita Christian Sports Network.
Hey sports fans, this is Ashton Smith with Shelter Insurance. We are a local agency that specializes in providing the best coverages and service for our clients. We offer all your insurance needs such as auto, home, life, and commercial. We would love the opportunity to earn your business. Please call us at 318-343-3582. You can find us at Facebook or at 205 Old Bastrop Road in Monroe. We are your shield. We are your shelter.
If your car or truck is broken down, or you locked your keys in your vehicle, or you just need a flat fix, call Bears Towing and Recovery at 388-3021. In fact, why not just save the number in your cell phone? That's 388-3021.
The Farm Bureau broadcast booth, brought to you by agents Chris Thomas and Tanner Baggett. First down and 10 for the Eagles, second possession of the night. First one resulted in a touchdown. Ball's going to be spotted at the Eagle 24-yard line. Sophomore quarterback Luke Vadrine's going to go to work. He's 1 for 1 so far tonight. 1 pass, 1 catch, and 1 touchdown. Vadrine in the gun. Gets a good snap from center, sets his feet, and looks to throw. He's looking down the field. It's going to be caught by Hudnall. Hudnall's going to make one man miss. The 20, the 10, the 5, touchdown. Ouachita Christian. Luke Vadrine has thrown 2 passes. He's got 2 touchdowns and 2 completions. That one, Daniel, is going to go from 76 yards out, and the Eagles will take a 13-0 lead. And, hey, pretty good coverage that time in the middle of the field by the Panther defender. And Jed Hudnall just doing a real good job of going up, getting the football, and taking it in for the touchdown.
Well, there's 2 things. The first one is I don't know how to calculate quarterback rating, but Luke's is up there so far this game. The second thing is Jed Hudnall's fast, and so once he goes up and catches that ball, really nice catch, he's able to break free and finish that play. So good play, good throw, good catch, and the Eagles take a 13-0 lead.
Gavin Polk on to handle the extra point attempt. Turpin to hold, good snap. Good hold, and the kick is up and good as the Eagles now take a 14-0 lead with 9 minutes and 15 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. So far, Daniel, when you run 2 plays and score 2 touchdowns, it's kind of like you talked about earlier in the broadcast. You know, what else can you do other than be 3-0 with 3 games? What else can you do other than run 2 plays and score 2 touchdowns?
Well, I think that's one thing about this Eagle team is you know, if you want to try to find the weak point, you're going to have a hard time finding it. If you're going to try to find its strength, you might have a hard time finding it. I mean, it's a pretty complete team, top to bottom. We've seen that this season. You know, I love our defense. I love our defensive front. I love our linebackers. I love our running game. You know, I love our receiving core. There's a lot of good things about this team. And one thing that the Eagles really want to make sure of in a game like this, when you can definitely see that you're you know, that you have more talent, more players, more depth, all those things, is you want to take care of business. You know, you don't want to come out here and underperform. You know, you want to have good sportsmanship, and the Eagles have shown that, but you want to take care of business and do what you're capable of in a game like this.
So far, so good.
Yep.
Eagles with a 14-0 lead. Number 1, Reed Smalling is going to tee this one up at the 40-yard line.
Hey, I get to watch Reed, Smalling, and Gavin kick at practice, and we got a really good backup kicker here in Reed.
He gets his leg into this one. It's going to travel inside the 40-yard line down to around the 35, where number 6 for the Panthers will reel that one in. I tell you what, number 6 for the Panthers is an Iron Man. I mean, he's the kicker, he's the punter,
quarterback.
He's a quarterback. I mean, if he could play receiver, I'm sure he would, but it'd be kind of tough.
He's a returner.
Yeah, he's a returner. 9 minutes and 14 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. Ouachita Christian 14, Tensas 0. And folks, I want to apologize to number 6 and of course to our listeners tonight and viewers. We don't have a name on the roster that we were provided by Tensas. So number 6 was going to break the huddle. He'll line up in the shotgun, send 3 receivers to his right and 1 to his left. Boy, I tell you, Daniel, if you notice the center there, and Donnie mentioned to me a moment ago, you've got some really big boys on the interior of that offensive line. And
not the center.
He's a tiny guy. First down and 10 for Tensas. Number 6 gets a really low snap, and that is going to be really tough for him to handle. As it is going to be a big loss on the play. Going to actually be a loss of 10 yards on the play. We've got a Panther that's kind of shaken up, but gets up under his own power and will make his way back to the huddle. So it is going to bring up 2nd down and 20 as they'll back this one up and spot this ball at, let's call it the 25-yard line of the Tensas Panthers. 2nd down and 20.
It's hard to get anything going. It's something that we've seen with our own team in the past. If you can't get the ball to the quarterback to start the play, you pretty much have no chance of getting positive yards. And that one rolls back there, and, of course, it's just blown up from the get-go.
Number 6 will stand with his heels at his own 20-yard line. 2nd down and 20, 3 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. Lone running back with him in the backfield. This time a good snap, has a chance to throw. He's going to shovel past this one out in the flat, and it's not going to work out real well. Actually going to be a loss of 3 yards on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 23 for Tensas as they back this one up. It looks like to right at the 20-yard line. Where it'll be, let's call it the 21, where it'll be 3rd down and 23.
Well, I guess if they're going to take a shot, this will be the time to do it. Have yet to get a positive play on offense. They've had no gain on incompletion, but if they were to take a shot, this would be where you mentioned the quarterback can throw, so we'll see if we can push the ball down the field.
Now, that was a good snap from center, but unfortunately the quarterback unable to handle it. So now it's going to be 4th down. Donnie's got a calculator over here that he's working with right now. So it's a loss of 4 yards on the play, which is going to bring up 4th down to 27.
Yeah.
And Tate Hamby is going to have another opportunity to break the all-time punt return for touchdown record here at Ouachita Christian School.
Slight adjustment here. He scooted back a little bit. So
giving him a little respect.
Yeah, keep the ball in front of him. We'll see what happens.
Good snap from center this time. It's a high punt, very returnable. Tate's going to let it bounce, and now he'll scoop it up. Takes it at the 40s across the 45, now across the 50. Looking for some running room. Cuts this one back. Now he's got a seam. He's almost going to be hemmed up by some Tigers. Going to reverse field. He's got a lot of running room.
That's going to do it.
And he's going to take this one in for a touchdown.
Touchdown, Eagles. Number 13, Tate Hamby on the punt return for the touchdown.
That'll be 7 career punt return touchdowns for number 13, Tate Hamby.
Well, he's a special football player. If he wasn't, he wouldn't be going to Vanderbilt.
Yep.
Special football players play in the SEC. The punt return that time covered 41 yards, or actually 59 yards for the touchdown as Tate, the bar is set.
Yep.
You want to break the record, you got to return more than 7.
I'm going to go out on a limb, and I don't know if we'll return any more punts tonight, but I wouldn't be so sure that he's going to stay at 7. We've still got 6 games left and then the playoffs.
Oh, no. I think Tate's probably good for at least 2 or 3 more.
Yeah, no question about it. He had one last year against Ouachita.
Absolutely.
We play next week. And, I had a chance to sit down with Tate this week and talk with him.
You know what? I got to see it on the coaches show.
You did?
And I got to tell you, the coaches show was top-notch this week.
Well, Tim Mosier was on there and Tate was on there. They both did just a great job. Tate, I tell you, he's got a good head on his shoulders, good perspective of football and life. He's got a great family that supports him. And, I wish him all the best next year, but I also wish him all the best tonight and next week and for the rest of the season too. I enjoy watching him play the game.
Yeah, definitely a lot of love in that family. And I tell you what, they stick by each other, they support each other, and I think you kind of alluded to it in the coaches show. I mean, there's not going to be any shortage of Tate Hamby fans in the stands tonight. I can tell you that.
Yeah, no question about that. And, I like that he's playing safety tonight at the beginning of this game. I don't know how many series he is going to play, but that's what he projects to play in the SEC next year when he goes to Vanderbilt. And to be honest, we watch a lot of football. I wouldn't be surprised if he gets playing time as a freshman next year.
I wouldn't be surprised at all. And I can tell you this: the only thing that would keep him from potentially maybe even being a starter at that level is going to be just the overall knowledge of the defense and the responsibilities. Some of that takes time to be able to get your head around. But as far as the physical attributes and as far as the mental acuity, what he needs to know, I don't think there's any doubt at all. I agree with you. I think he will see the field next year. Special teams at a minimum.
At a minimum. He committed early, and, I know he's looking forward to that. And I know he knows that's what it's going to take. I mean, he's got a high football IQ, kind of commands the defense when he plays safety and even from that cornerback position. So, you can't say enough about his skill on the field, and, he's a great kid off the field, too. So, if you hadn't watched that coach's show, it's available on the OCS football YouTube channel.
All of them, right?
Yeah, all of them. Check it out. So, great interview with him.
Reed Smalling has kicked 2 of them so far tonight, fixing to kick his 3rd. 6 minutes and 30 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. Ouachita Christian 21, Tensas 0. This one is going to be fielded cleanly by the Panthers. They're going to take a knee at their own 33-yard line where they'll take over first down and 10 for their 3rd drive of the night.
Pretty consistent by Reed Smalling here. He's dropping in the bucket every time.
I'll tell you what, if he's trying to kick it to the 35-yard line, right there in between the hash and the sideline, he's money.
Yeah. So Reed's a good kid, good athlete also. So he is the backup kicker, and he's got a little range on his field goals. Believe it or not, I actually came out one day at practice and I kicked with him. I tried a field goal with him from the right sideline.
Yeah, that's
at the 5-yard line.
A great way to go visit with my former broadcast partner, right? Kicking field goals.
Your former?
Yeah.
Who, Saul?
Yeah.
Saul kicks field goals?
No, he fixes people that kick field goals.
No.
Yeah, people our age that go, your age that go, hey, you know what? I think I could kick a field goal. Doc, I swear, my knee was fine.
Well, it is a little sore, but I was 1 for 1. I will say that. I was 1 for 1. So.
Well, that's good, But, it's surprising how many people get hurt trying to just kind of, step into a kick. It takes a lot. Quick throw. And that was going to be almost intercepted. Looks like, Daniel, we got a substitution at quarterback. Actually, it looks like they're putting number 15, Imaje Bethel in.
I think he played last year. I think he played quarterback last year, and he ripped that ball right there. Good play by Aiden Eldridge.
Yeah, it was a good throw, and hey, they may have found something here. Looking for a spark as the Panthers now trailing 21-0 with 6:24 left to play in the first quarter. And again, we want to thank the Darren Dugan Agency for all your home, auto, life, and business insurance needs. Call Darren Dugan at 318-807-2100. The Dugan Agency, longtime proud supporters of Ouachita Christian Eagle football. Tensas trying to find something as they go back now to number 5 to handle the quarterback duties. 3 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. Lone running back with him in a shotgun. Good snap from center this time. Actually, that's going to be number 15, and he's going to be sacked for a loss.
Yeah, Ben Duvall with a sack there. I know that's at least his second one on that bad snap earlier. I imagine he got credited with that sack, but Ben Duvall is starting to inch to some all-time records there with his defensive play on the line.
A loss of 10 yards on the play. It's going to bring up 3rd down and 20. And the Panthers are looking to find some way to do this with 6 minutes left to play here in the first quarter. We're going to have a hydration break. Daniel, we're going to take a hydration break timeout with them. You're listening to the Ouachita Christian Eagle football on the Ouachita Christian Sports Network.
Dreher Contracting has been walked on and driven on all over town for 5 decades. Dreher Contracting has been serving our community for over 50 years. That's a lot of asphalt. Surface treatments, hot mix, parking lots, driveways, asphalt maintenance, dozer work, and crushed stone. You can walk and drive on us with confidence. Call 281-2242. Dreher Contracting in Bastrop.
Everyone likes to be on the winning team, but there are always many obstacles in the way. Join us at Forsyth Church of Christ, where we celebrate overcoming the hurdles and struggles of life together. We are a community of faith, supporting each other's victories. Come as you are, and let's tackle life's challenges together. Join us at Forsyth Church of Christ this Sunday at 10 a.m. Visit facoc.org for more information. Go Eagles!
Forsyth Family Medical Clinic with Angela Hamby. Here's what patients have to say.
Angela is an excellent healthcare provider. She has knowledge, compassion, and integrity.
As a single parent, it's nice to have a medical clinic that makes you feel welcome. Most clinics are just another visit to them.
Forsyth Family Medical treats you like family. Make Forsyth Family Medical Clinic with Angela Hamby your home for family health care.
For welcoming everybody back inside the Farm Bureau broadcast booth. Brought to you by Agents Chris Thomas and Tanner Baggett. 3rd down and 20. Third possession of the night for Tensas. Good snap from center. Going to complete this one out in the flat, and there's going to be a whole bunch of Eagles wearing green helmets. It's going to hem up the wide receiver. He's going to take a couple of shots, be shaken up on the play. But actually a I was hoping Donnie was going to say a gain of 2, but it's actually a loss of 2. So unfortunately going to bring up 4th down and 22 as the Panthers will punt this football. Have a feeling
they're not going to send it. I don't even know if he'll be back to receive this.
Yeah, I got a feeling this one's probably going to be punted to where it rolls.
Yeah. Yeah, Tate Hamby's about 9 yards from the line of scrimmage here, and he's the farthest man back. So they're going to allow this punt to go over their heads and travel, and the Panthers will down it once it stops rolling.
Number 15 for Tensas is going to handle the punting chores. That's Amaji Bethel.
Watch out, cheerleaders.
Bethel, unfortunately, is going to have that one go off the side of his foot. Not going to be a real good punt that time for Tensas. They're still walking this one, but it looks like they'll mark it at about the 40-yard line. Don't be surprised tonight if the Eagles don't line up a long field goal.
No, definitely.
I'm just telling you.
Yeah. I looked at the history between these two teams, and 3 of the 7 times the Eagles have scored 52 points, and you only do that with a field goal. So I definitely imagine they will let Gavin try to get one from distance tonight, which I would love to see.
I would too.
I'm a fan of kicking field goals this year.
I'm just telling you, don't be surprised if it happens. 1st down and 10 for the Eagles. 4 minutes and 58 seconds left to play here in the first quarter.
John Turner.
21-0. Turner's going to take this one, makes a nice move. He's inside the 10, inside the 5, and Turner will take that one in for a touchdown. As the Eagles will add to their lead, 27-0. Touchdown run covers 40 yards. Turner with a nice run that time, made a couple of guys miss, had to look like maybe kind of break a tackle at the line of scrimmage, and takes it in for the score. Gavin Polk on to add the extra point. Good snap, Turpin's hold, kicks up, and it's good. Gavin does a great job of kicking extra points, and that one is no exception, as the Eagles will now add to their lead, 28-0.
On 3 plays.
4 minutes and 42 seconds left to play here in the football game. First quarter. Well, one can only hope.
The nice round of applause there, and what I hope that is kind of for some of the players that maybe their last offensive play on the field tonight. You got a 4-touchdown lead. You got to wonder how long you're going to go with your starters out there on offense. Again, I'm not a coach, and I'm not suggesting anything, but I guess that's what I'm saying is what do you think?
I definitely want to get my guys a quarter's worth of work.
Okay.
No doubt about it.
Yeah.
So I got 4 minutes and 42 seconds left to play. The other thing is kind of limited with any quarterbacks that I know of with very much game experience. So
But 3 pretty brutal games. I mean, you don't want to regress.
Is this the opportunity? Maybe one of the few opportunities in a season like this where you get somebody, some game experience. I don't know. Reed Smalling's going to kick this one in the air. It's going to be touched by let's see here. I just got handed a note.
Oh yeah, look, man, from our producer.
Yeah, one of our many producers. Actually, we'll go ahead and let everybody know that that we got some intel from Bobby Stokes, and Bobby is informing us that Gavin Polk has the all-time record for extra points in a row now at 45.
45 for his last 45.
Listen, let me tell you something. Bobby Stokes is plugged in.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think that would be, if my math is correct, 11 on the year through the first 4 games, something like that. So he's 11 for 11 on the year, and of course, that extends to last season. But 45 in a row.
Pretty impressive.
Yeah, I actually know when the last one he missed was.
That's now?
I think it was against Cedar Creek last year, and it was a blocked field goal, or a blocked PAT.
Oh my!
Against Cedar Creek.
Well, first down and 10 for Tensas.
Positive play.
Yeah, they're going to give him a yard.
Yep.
They're going to give Donnie's going to give him 2 yards, and the Panthers are going to move the stick. And I will say this. Bethel has shown, Daniel, he can throw the football.
Yeah. It's a nice throw and catch there for the Panthers' first positive play of the night.
4 minutes left to play here in the first quarter. Ouachita Christian 28, Tensas 0.
All right.
Second down and 8.
All right, here we go. Last miss extra point versus Cedar Creek, 10-21 of 2022.
Watch out, man.
So that's how far back those 45 go.
You know some stuff.
I remember. I read it. We talked about being football nerds before this. Good throw.
That was another good throw by Bethel.
Number 22, Jet Hudnall on the coverage for the Eagles.
Unfortunately, going to be incomplete. That's going to bring up third down.
Third down and 8 for the Panthers.
And 8 for Tensas. They'll put this football at the Panther 33-yard line. 3 minutes and 36 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. Ouachita Christian 28, Tensas 0.
So you mentioned the backup quarterback. Right now, I would think that it's the one who's been playing JV is number 23, Cole Vullion, is who's the backup quarterback. And this would be a great game for him to get some experience in. If we rewind 1 year, we saw Luke Vadrine come in this game and throw a couple touchdown passes.
Boy, I tell you what, a pretty well executed play that time as Bethel swings it out to his running back. Actually, number 9, and again, fortunately for number 9, we don't have his name on a roster, but he's actually going to lose 4 yards on the play and put the Panthers behind the sticks again. So 4th down, it's going to be 12 for Tensas at their own 30-yard line.
All right.
And they're going to have to punt the football.
We got a name for number 6. It's Jerrion Hines.
All right.
Yeah, let's fill that in here. Because, like you mentioned, he's the Iron Man out there.
I'll tell you what, he's doing a great job for Tensas. He's getting a lot of stuff done. So Jerrion Hines.
Oh, yeah. Well, look at that punt, Dave. That was actually a really good punt. And Donnie's going to calculate that.
Well, of course he is. Because that's what Donnie does.
42-yard punt.
Woo.
For number 15,
so the punt's going to cover 42 yards. No return on the play. So it's going to back the Eagles up. Be their worst starting field. Well, no, not necessarily.
Well, the penalty set them back inside the 25-yard line. So they'll be just outside the 25-yard line here.
So first down and 10 for the Eagles at their own 28-yard line.
All right, Macon Leonard and John Turner in the backfield here. See if Macon can get a carry and get something going.
First down and 10 for the Eagles. 2 minutes and 37 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. Ouachita Christian 28, Tensas 0. Vadrine in the shotgun. Good snap from center. Play action. Looks to throw. Puts some air into this one. Going to be caught by Hamby. Hamby's going to split the defenders. And Tate Hamby's going to go in for the score.
I got to say, that was not an easy catch.
No, it was a really nice catch and a great job of Tate accelerating, splitting the defenders, getting upfield and taking it in from 72 yards out. As Luke Vadrine's going to add to already an impressive night of throwing the football, and Tate's going to add to an already impressive night of offensive output, as the Eagles are going to increase their lead now 34-0. 2 minutes and 12 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. As yeah, going to be one of those nights as Gavin Polk trots out to add another extra point. I got to think Polk's actually kind of getting, I mean, he's getting a fair amount of work in.
He is. I saw him before the game, and I was like, tonight's your night, Gavin. You're going to get some work tonight. Yeah.
Good snap. Good hold. And the kick is up and good.
46.
As he adds to the lead, but he also adds to a continuous record as he'll split the uprights with 2 minutes and 12 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. Ouachita Christian 35, Tensas 0. Pretty rough night so far tonight for the Tensas Panthers.
You know, I was thinking about that, and there's, we've played games where, and we've watched games where you kind of knew the outcome before the game started, or you can at least make a pretty educated guess. But four offensive plays, 5 touchdowns. Like, it does not get much cleaner than that, Dave. 1 positive play for the opposing team on offense. Like, this is about as clean as you can imagine a football game going.
Well, you know, the Eagles definitely, I think you talked about it early on. I mean, Coach Fitzhugh, and I had a chance to talk with him. Unfortunately, we weren't able to get on the air earlier, but he said he felt like he had his guys. He felt like his guys had a good week of practice, and he felt like they were going to be focused. They're definitely not playing down to the level of competition. Nothing sloppy. Everything's clean. They're executing the offense, executing their defense, and they're getting it done.
Yeah. So yeah, Reed's going to kick that one off and does exactly what he's done on his previous kickoffs and puts it right at the 35. A little return there, though, a couple yards, 4-yard return there. And that'll probably be, that's pretty much where they started there. They'll start at the 37-yard line.
First and 10, Panthers, their own 37-yard line.
First down and 10 for Tensas. Ball at their own 37-yard line. Kind of tough to see who's playing quarterback for the Panthers right now.
Oh, it's 15. He's back there. Look at him.
Yeah, he's signaling over to the sideline, trying to get his personnel grouping in. And
I think they're missing an offensive lineman, though.
As a matter of fact, that's exactly what they're missing. And he's going to try to make his way onto the field.
And that'll be the left tackle.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And we're going to give him a chance to get out here, get situated, and get ready to play some football. 2 minutes left to play in the first quarter. So number 15, Imaji Bethel in the shotgun. Good snap from center. Looks to throw, puts some air under this one. It's going to be complete, and that's going to be enough for a Panther first down. Actually, that's going to be number 0, Dion Percy, and Percy comes up with a nice catch. And the first down of the night for Tensas, gain of 23 yards on the play. First down and 10 for the Panthers in Eagle territory at the Eagle 40-yard line.
Yeah, just a jump ball out here on the outside. Percy Dion, number 0, goes up and makes the catch. Looked like Trey Carr on the coverage just never really found the ball, and Dion was able to get position on him and haul it in. Is that what you have, Percy Dion?
Oh, yeah, absolutely.
Is that who it was?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Number 0.
Number 0. Mm-hmm. Or Dion Percy, I'm sorry.
It is. It's actually Deion Percy. 1st and 10 for the Panthers. First down of the night in Eagle territory at the Eagle 40. Low snap from center, going to be handled. Quick throw out to Deion Percy again, and this time a little low, a little behind him, and Percy unable to haul it in. Is going to bring up 2nd down and 10.
Yeah, he may have picked up 1 yard if he makes that catch. So not a huge deal, but you mentioned number 15 Bethel. He does throw the ball pretty. He's got some zip on the ball.
2nd down and 10 for Tensas. The Eagle 40-yard line. Clock running. Well, actually, clock stops with the incompletion with 57 seconds left to play here in the first quarter. Ouachita Christian 35, Tensas 0. Panthers break the huddle. Quarterback Amaji Bethel is going to have 3 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. 1 running back with him in the backfield. Good snap. Well, not a good snap, a really low snap that he had to handle, and that one was almost picked off. We talk about it with the Eagle offense and the timing. Sometimes it can throw off with a really poor snap and no difference. But I got to tell you, number 50 could be the smallest center that I may have ever seen play high school football.
Well, he can. That was number 16, Cameron Turner, the intended receiver, but he never turned around and looked for the ball. He was just kind of running upfield. Bethel able to pick the ball up and get it downfield. But let's see, number 50 is their center, Ezra Arrington. He's a freshman. It's not just that he's short or that he's skinny. He's both.
He has got to be one of the smallest offensive linemen that I've ever seen play. But I tell you what, he's out there and he's giving it his all. I guarantee you that. 3rd down and 10 for the Panthers. Bethel in the shotgun. 3 receivers wide right. Low snap again. Looks to throw. It's going to be intercepted, and that's going to be a problem. That's going to be number 13, Tate Hamby. He's going to catch that one and take it the length of the field for a touchdown for Ouachita Christian. And it's going to be a long touchdown return for the Eagles, as that one's going to cover 66 yards. And the Eagles are going to take a 41 to nothing lead here in the first quarter. I got to tell you, I don't know when the last time we looked in the record books. You got access, you look. Right now, we're looking at potentially 42 points in the first quarter. And I don't know if that's some kind of record.
Well,
but
it may be, and I'll look in a second. But what about one player scoring a special teams touchdown, a defensive touchdown, and an offensive touchdown in 1 quarter?
Well, I think that's going to be a stretch too.
Yeah.
I don't think it's happened.
Yeah, I'd be surprised if it has. It's just a unique thing. So, I'll do some digging and see what I can find out about that.
Polk on to attempt the extra point for the Eagles. Good snap and a good hold. And Gavin's going to kick that one almost off the track. So that's going to add to this Eagle lead now, 42 to nothing with 30 seconds left to play.
You ready?
Here in the first quarter. Wait a second. You already got it.
Got it.
Bring it.
So in 2011 against Lake Providence, OCS scored 41 points in the first quarter. That's the most points until tonight.
It was the most.
It was the most points ever scored in a quarter until tonight, and the Eagles scored 42 points in the first quarter against the Tensas Panthers. Good catch there, Dave.
Well, and doing it with the new helmets.
Yeah, not a bad way to start it off.
Well, I mean, hey, you go to your next game that those things come on and you go, hey, you know what? These things aren't bad.
Hey, I think about wearing them next week. I'm just going to be honest.
I got news for you. We're going to need all the helmets we can get next week.
That's right.
Against the Ouachita Lions. And if anybody's still listening, and maybe there's somebody, I can tell you that the Eagles are going to make a trip over to Millhaven.
Yeah.
And take on the Ouachita Lions. Ouachita taking on Brother Martin tonight, being a very interesting contest between Ouachita and the Crusaders.
Yeah. We'll get an update on that here in a minute. But, hey, even more so.
Smalling tees this one up. And I guarantee you that kick was dropped within 2 yards. And, boy, you do not want to run sideways on a kickoff. It never works out. Going to be a loss on the play. Donnie's waiting to see where they spot this. Caught it at the 35. They're going to mark this one back to the 30. Loss of 5 yards on the return. So it's going to be first down at 10 for the Panthers right there. But I don't think they'll be able to get this punt or this play off before we start the second quarter of play.
All right, real quick.
Okay.
42 points in the first quarter is not only the most points ever scored in the first quarter, it's the most points the Eagles have ever scored in any quarter in the history of OCS football.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Not surprising.
No, that's a lot of points in a quarter.
No, that's a lot of points. I wonder about number of plays as well, huh?
Oh, my goodness. You talk about efficiency.
Well, you can't really have too many.
4 plays, yeah.
Wow.
4 plays on offense, 6 touchdowns.
That's a long night at the office if you're a Panther fan. Hey, you know what, though? I want to do this. We probably real limited to the listening audience tonight, but I'm going to tell you this. If you look across the way, we got several folks that have decided to make the drive over from St. Joe tonight.
It is their biggest crowd.
And I'm telling you, it is great, man, for them to make the trip over here tonight, support these young men. It's for whatever reason, been pretty difficult to see the stands with a few folks in them from time to time. But tonight, we got some folks over there making the trip to support these young men from St. Joe. Good to see it over there on the far side of the field. Well, the Panthers.
All right, we're seeing some new numbers out here now.
Got a lot of fresh faces on the defensive side of the ball. You were wondering when Coach Fitzhugh might start playing some of these younger guys, and I think that time is now.
Well, you called it, and once that first quarter was over, that's what I assume he was waiting on, not the 6 touchdowns, but the.
No, you want to get your guys a quarter's worth of work, I would think. So, and I guess Coach Fitzhugh agrees. First down and 10 for Tensas, ball at their own 30-yard line. They trying to get situated here, get this play underway. Low snap from center. It's going to be a direct snap, and that's going to actually be number 0 on the carry for the Panthers. He makes a couple of Eagles miss initially. Pick up a 2 yards on the play. Going to bring up second down and 8 for Tensas as Percy with a direct snap picks up 2 yards. Well, actually, Donnie's going to say he took it away from him. Going to be 1 yard. But a positive play nonetheless. Second down and 9 for the Panthers at their own 31-yard line. Clock running now with 11:21 left to play here in the second quarter. Tonight's second quarter sponsor and all second quarter sponsors, D&H Sporting Goods. D&H Sporting Goods, 2 locations in Bastrop and Sterlington to serve you. Stop by D&H Sporting Goods for all your Ouachita Christian Eagle gear, and they got a ton of it.
Yes, they do. They do. And it looks like with the exception of Aiden Eldridge at safety and Reed Messenger at the nose guard position, I think these are all reserve players, and there's going to be a bad snap.
Yeah, and a bad snap is going to cost them some yardage that time. Real bad snap, unable to secure it. It's going to be a loss of 6 yards on the play. It's going to bring up third down and long. Call it 3rd and 15 for the Panthers, as they'll back this one up to the Tensas 25-yard line. 10 minutes and 26 seconds left to play here in the second quarter. Ouachita Christian 42, Tensas 0.
A lot of these guys have been playing JV, and I will say this, they are 3-0 on the season, our JV team, 3-0. But they haven't lost a game in over 4 years. The whole program mentality is something that these guys take seriously, and it's a way that Coach Fitzhugh uses to develop players. And so we get to see them in action tonight on Friday night.
Third down, 16. Deep ball down the middle of the field is going to go in and out of the hands of the defender. Good coverage that time downfield by number 17 for the Eagles. That's Trey Carr. And it's going to bring up 4th down and long for Tensas, and I would imagine another punt. And, Daniel, I got to tell you, right now, we got a running clock.
Yeah, I'm not surprised about that. I think that's something the coaches can agree on. But, if you get up over, I don't know what it is, 5 touchdowns. You can propose that, and not surprised. Last year, I think we got out of here against Tensas pretty early, but that may be another new record we set tonight.
Well, it's homecoming.
It's homecoming,
So,
and
so we're gonna have an opportunity to have an extended halftime, and the Panthers are going to punt this football and do nobody deep for the Eagles, and it'll come to rest.
That's another big punt because of the nice bounce.
As it looks like it's going to stop rolling at the Eagle 30-yard line. And now, brother, have you got some fresh faces going out on the field for Ouachita Christian?
Yeah.
Punt covers 44 yards, no return, and it's going to be 1st down and 10. Boy, have you got some fresh faces.
All right, so Luke Vadrine's out there with, it looks like Macon Leonard in the backfield and Patrick Turpin. Other than that, well, Bo Gregory, he's moved over to left tackle. He's been playing right tackle a good bit, but I think everybody else is.
Well, you got Reed Smalling at one of the receivers.
Yeah.
And trying to see.
That's Turpin on the other side, Patrick Turpin.
And number 15, Cam Voljan, and at the other receiver. So a lot of fresh faces out there for this Ouachita Christian offense. Luke Vadrine's going to go to work. Good snap from center, turns, hands this one inside.
Oh.
And that is Macon Leonard. Leonard's got some running room. Macon Leonard's fast.
They're going to have a hard time catching him.
Oh, my goodness. Well, you're not.
Yep.
Because I can tell you, when that cat gets the seam, he is a problem.
Yep.
Acceleration, and Leonard's going to take that one 69 yards for another Ouachita Christian Eagle touchdown. Macon Leonard can run.
He can run. So going into this game, I came across it today. The Eagles on the season, again, 3 tough games, have been averaging about 6.5 yards per play. And, tonight, I don't know, averaging over 50 yards a play, I imagine. But so that average is going to go up. But, this Eagles offense is a good offense. And I think we knew that before coming into tonight's game.
Number 18, Gavin Polk, on to attempt the extra point for the Eagles. Gavin's probably going to need to ice his leg tonight.
Oh, he's good. He's good.
As he's been swinging a lot tonight. Gets his leg into this one, and that one is going to split the uprights as well and add to the Eagle lead, which is now 49 to nothing. 6 minutes, 39 seconds left to play here in the first half. And again, want to thank tonight's second quarter sponsor, D&H Sporting Goods. For all your Ouachita Christian Eagle gear, stop by and see them. One of their locations in Bastrop and Sterlington. Happy to serve you. Ton of Eagle gear. Also want to thank the fine folks at Marion State Bank. Let Marion State Bank handle all your banking and loan needs, including mortgages. Convenient to serve our Ouachita Christian family with locations in Sterlington, Drew, Farmable, and Marion. Marion State Bank proudly supports Ouachita Christian Eagle Athletics. Remember to bank local with Marion State Bank. Community banking is not just what we do, it's who we are. And again, we want to thank Marion State Bank, longtime supporters of Ouachita Christian Eagle Athletics and Ouachita Christian Eagle football. I'll tell you this, Gavin Polk may need to ice his leg a little bit, but I can tell you this, I don't think Reed Smalling kicked this many footballs in a long time.
No. I mean, he does it practice every day, I'm going to be honest.
Fair enough.
Yeah, he does it practice. But at least on this field, on a Friday night, this has not happened. And he's handled all the kicking duties, that are not field goal or extra point related tonight. And I expect he'll continue to do that, maybe. He set that thing up he set that thing on its side.
Well, he's got a tee out there, but it does look like and it looks like that's maybe how he intentionally teed this one up as we wait for the Panthers to get their kickoff return team organized. Now he's going to tee it up and get ready to put it in play.
Fully expect this to go to number 6, Jaquan Hines tonight. I mean, on this kick.
Well, since half their team's over there, I would imagine so. And Hines is going to field that one cleanly at about 35, and he's running the wrong way. There's a whole bunch of green guys with green helmets trying to find him, and they do. It's going to be a big loss on the play. Donnie's going to say he lost 10. Yeah, you don't want to go backwards, and you don't want to go side to side.
When he did both.
Yeah, when you're returning kicks. So it's going to be a big loss on the play. 5 minutes and 26 seconds left to play here in the first half. Ouachita Christian 49, Tensas 0.
All right, so this is good experience for some of these guys. You got some freshmen in, you got some sophomores in, and let's see. I can't tell if Eldridge is still in the game, but you know, other than that, you have some guys that are getting experience on a Friday night for the very first time. You know, and that's going to pay dividends down the road. Especially, you never know what's going to happen. There's always injuries and things like that, and some of these kids are going to be called upon in critical points at some time throughout the season.
First down and 10 for the Panthers. Ball at their own 23-yard line. Number 15, Imaji Bethel, lines him up in the shotgun. 3 receivers to his left, 1 to his right. And everything moved on the offensive line except the football.
Mm-hmm.
So it's going to be a 5-yard penalty. Actually, the Eagles are going to get dinged with that one. So maybe we had a little movement before the movement. So it is going to be first down now and 5 for the Panthers. Eagles penalized with offsides or encroachment. First and 5, Bethel in the shotgun. Calls for the ball, real low snap. He's going to have to fall on it. I don't think that one ever got up off the ground. So it's going to be another loss on the play of 5 yards. So they're going to give that 5-yard penalty back to the Eagles with 3 minutes and 26 seconds left to play here in the first half. Ouachita Christian 49, Tensas 0.
We got our homecoming court starting to stir.
Warming up down there?
Yeah, they're warming up.
Well, you know, I'm going to go down there.
Okay.
We're going to spend, I'm going to spend the majority of the second half at homecoming 2023.
Yeah.
Right? We're going to try to find a few of the Eagle faithful, some alumni, a few folks out here, and we're going to try to maybe find some excitement in and around the game. As Bethel's pass that time complete to number 0, Dion Piercy. Piercy picks up some nice yards. Percy does. Gain of, let's call it 17 yards on the play. It's going to be a second first down of the night for Tensas. 2 minutes and 30 seconds left to play here in the first half. A good throw and a nice catch.
Yeah, I look forward to you going down there here in the second half because, I think there's a lot of people here that enjoy football, but they're here for a different reason. They're here to see the homecoming festivities, if you will. And if Ouachita Christian does anything right, it's homecoming.
Oh, brother, they do it. Which homecoming? The one that because we got a couple of festivities, right? That are all around. Throw pass is complete out in the flat. This time the number 6, Jerry and Hines. And Hines is going to make a couple of Eagle defenders miss and pick up some positive yardage. Gain of 3 yards on the play. It's going to bring up second down and 7 for Tensas. Tensas actually moving the football against these young Eagles and picking up some positive yardage.
A couple nifty moves there by Hines to get that positive yardage.
Second down and 7. They'll put this football at the Panther 43. Clock's running with 1 minute and 23 seconds left to play here in the first half. Second down and 7 as the Panthers get ready to break the huddle, and I think before they do, we're going to have a timeout. We're going to take one with them. You're listening to Ouachita Christian Eagle football on the Ouachita Christian Sports Network.
Everyone likes to be on the winning team, but there are always many obstacles in the way. Join us at Forsyth Church of Christ, where we celebrate overcoming the hurdles and struggles of life together. We are a community of faith, supporting each other's victories. Come as you are, and let's tackle life's challenges together. Join us at Forsyth Church of Christ this Sunday at 10 a.m. Visit facoc.org for more information. Go Eagles!
Dreher Contracting has been walked on and driven on all over town for 5 decades. Dreher Contracting has been serving our community for over 50 years. That's a lot of asphalt. Surface treatments, hot mix, parking lots, driveways, asphalt maintenance, dozer work, and crushed stone. You can walk and drive on us with confidence. Call 281-2242. Dreher Contracting in Bastrop.
Everyone likes
Coach Fitzhugh inside the Farm Bureau broadcast booth. Brought to you by agents Chris Thomas and Tanner Baggett. Stephen Fitzhugh Field, the campus of Washita Christian School, Eagle Stadium. 2nd down and 7 for the Tensas Panthers. Looking for their second first down of this drive. Another quick throw out in the flat. And got some alligator arms on that one. Had a couple Eagle defenders closing, and not real sure that that Jerrion Hines wanted to field that one or was in a real hurry to.
No, he kind of bobbled it a little bit, looking for a lane a little too early, trying to avoid getting tackled, but the ball's going to fall harmlessly to the turf.
Going to be incomplete and bring up 3rd down and 7. 55 seconds left to play. And it looks like the Eagles may have taken a timeout. At least that's the way it was signaled anyway. 55 seconds left to play here in the first half.
Hey, I think Coach Fitzhugh wants to try to kick one through the uprights before going into the half. Run a play, get Gavin down to get the ball down around to the 25 and let him try one from a little distance.
All right, well, you know what? I'm going to tell you this. I like it.
Okay.
But I will tell you this also. You got to stop this Tensas team from picking up this 7 yards. And from what we've seen the last couple of plays, they could pick up 7 yards here and just completely scuttle our whole plan.
Well, yeah, that can always happen. That tends to happen a lot in my life when I make some kind of plan.
What, it just evaporates right in front of your
eyes? It's like, well, I didn't see that coming, but, you know.
Fair enough. Fair enough. All right, 3rd down and 7 for the Tensas Panthers. Number 15, Imaji Bethel in the shotgun. 3 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. 1 running back joins him in the backfield. Trying to pick up a first down with 55 seconds left to play here in the first half. Good snap from center. Has some time. Puts some air into this one, and that one may have been a mistake.
Oh, who's got it?
As it's going to be intercepted by the Eagles.
That's number 89, Barrett Freeland.
All right, so we're going to avoid a punt.
Okay.
48 seconds left to play here in the first half. I could tell you that I think what you're going to be looking at is a 50-yard field goal. So we're going to need, Donnie, where are we going to need to be to attempt this thing?
Yeah, we got
from 50 yards out. The 32-yard line is what Donnie's telling me. It's going to take a little bit of time here to get that done.
36 yards. We need a 36-yard play here.
All right, so Luke Vadrine is going to bring the Eagles out. This is a young Eagle team, missing some starting running backs and starting receivers, and it looks like missing the bulk of the starting offensive line. But Vadrine lines up in the shotgun, 2 receivers to his right, 1 to his left. Good snap from center. He looks to throw. He's got plenty of time. Matter of fact, he's got all day. Now he launches this one, and he one-hops it into Turpin. It's going to be incomplete.
Well, the clock's running, isn't it? Yeah.
Clock continues to run now inside of 30 seconds. 26 seconds. Vadrine hurries the Eagles to the line. Sends Turpin in motion. High snap. Pulls. Hands this one off to Turpin. He's got some running room. He's across the 50. Now he's across the 45 before he's run out of bounds. Clock's going to stop with, well, it's not going to stop, as a matter of fact. The clock's going to continue to run on down. And It looks like we got a timeout taken by the Eagles. A gain of 24 yards on the play.
I don't think Gavin's got this kind of range.
Well,
we're looking at a 60-yarder here.
Yeah, it's going to be a bomb. I don't think that's going to happen. Would be well, no, I think the school record, correct me if I'm wrong, is 61 yards. It was set by Keith Andrews a long time ago.
That's a bomb right there.
It was. I was here when it happened. And Keith Andrews had thunder in his foot. Let me tell you something.
He played Mississippi State.
He did.
Yeah.
He did. 6 seconds left on the clock. I don't know what you're going to have to do to get 6 seconds. You're going to have to complete a pass to get close to the 32. Maybe a run and play, but a run and play is going to burn 6 seconds. So this will have to be a bang bang play. I think Coach Fitzhugh has one timeout remaining here in the first half. And I think Coach Fitzhugh is out there lobbying the referees saying, hey, look, I'm coming to you quick.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact, if we get this 6 yard, or if we get this yard, Donnie, how many do we need to get to the 32? Well, we're gonna need 11 yards. So they're gonna have to pick up enough for the first down. 6 seconds left to go here in the first half. Offset eye backfield. Good snap from center. Turns, going to hand this one inside, and we got I tell you.
All right,
the
he'll
clock's
try
gonna
this.
Stop with 2 seconds.
He's going to try this, 52.
All right, so it's going to be spotted at the 35-yard line. So we're going to need to see here.
This is at the top end of his range right here. I saw him squeak one through at practice from 50, and
so Donnie is officially telling us this will be a 52-yard attempt, and this will be a career long for Gavin. Not only a career long, but I got to tell you, it's going to be a bomb.
Yes.
Going to kick this one. Actually, Donnie's telling me now he's going to correct it because we got a spot. It's going to be 54 yards. He'll punt it or kick this.
That's a long way, man.
From the 44-yard line. Good snap. Polk gets his leg into it.
It's going to be short.
And it's going to be short.
Yep.
And that would normally be the end, and it is the end of the first half of play, as we're going to come up just a little short. But the Eagles are going to take a halftime lead into the locker room, 49-0. We're going to take a quick break from here at Eagle Stadium. You're listening to Ouachita Christian Eagle football. We invite you to come back and join us for halftime, as we got some homecoming festivities going to be taking place on the field. But also, we're going to try to work our way around and see if we can talk to a few folks here at Eagle Stadium tonight. You're listening to Ouachita Christian Eagle football on the Ouachita Christian Sports Network.
Ladies and gentlemen, if I could direct you to midfield, welcome to the 2023 Ouachita Christian Homecoming. At this time, we would like to introduce you to the 2023 Homecoming Court. Our first freshman maid is Molly Kate Bush. Molly Kate is the daughter of Leslie and David Bush. Molly Kate has attended OCS for 11 years. She attends North Monroe Baptist Church. The varsity cheerleader, soccer player, and track team member is escorted by her father, David Bush. Freshman maid, Molly Kate Bush. Our next freshman maid is Abigail McQuillan. Abigail is the daughter of Katie and Brandon McQuillan. Abigail has attended OCS for 12 years. She attends Start Baptist Church. The varsity basketball player is escorted tonight by her father, Brandon McQuillan. Freshman maid, Abigail McQuillan. Our final freshman maid is Kelsey Woods. Kelsey is the daughter of Kevin and Nita Woods. Kelsey has attended OCS for 13 years. She attends North Monroe Baptist Church. The varsity soccer and football player and track team member is escorted by her father, Kevin Woods. Freshman maid, Kelsey Woods. Our first sophomore maid is Addie Morris. Addie is the daughter of alumni Dustin and Ashley Morris. Addie has attended OCS for 11 years. She attends North Monroe Baptist Church. The varsity basketball, softball, and track team member is escorted by her father, Dustin Morris. Sophomore maid, Addie Morris. Our next sophomore maid is Gentry Stutz. Gentry is the daughter of Justin and Jessica Stutz. Gentry has attended OCS for 12 years. She attends North Monroe Baptist Church. The varsity cheerleader, basketball, and tennis player is escorted by her father, Justin Stutz. Sophomore maid, Gentry Stutz. Our final sophomore maid is Kaylee Weisner. Kaylee is the daughter of Justin and Shelley Weisner. Kaylee has attended OCS for 5 years. She attends First West Baptist Church. The varsity cheerleader is escorted by her father, Justin Weisner. Sophomore maid, Kaylee Weisner. Our first junior maid is Reese Bertram. Reese is the daughter of Kim and Brad Bertram. Reese has attended OCS for 6 years. She attends North Monroe Baptist Church. The varsity cheerleader and softball player is escorted by her father, Brad Bertram. Junior maid, Reese Bertram. Our next junior maid is Lydia Gregory. Lydia is the daughter of Nicole and Jonathan Gregory. Lydia has attended OCS for 10 years. She attends North Monroe Baptist Church. The varsity soccer player is escorted by her father, Jonathan Gregory. Junior maid, Lydia Gregory. Our next junior maid is Lindley Loveland.
Lindley is the daughter of alumni Lindy and Billy Loveland. Lindley has attended OCS for 14 years. She attends Whites Ferry Road Church. The varsity cheerleader, basketball player, and track member is escorted by her father, Billy Loveland. Junior maid, Lindley's sister Loveland. Our final junior maid is Katie Woodward. Katie is the daughter of alumni Sandy and Robbie Woodward. Katie has attended OCS for 14 years. She attends Jackson Street Church of Christ. The varsity basketball player is escorted by her father, Robbie Woodward. Junior maid, Katie Woodward. Our first senior maid is Abigail Barris. Abigail is the daughter of Crystal and Mike Barris. The senior cheerleader is described as, "It has been such a blessing to have Abigail in my life the past 4 years. She always has a smile to share and brightens up the room when she enters. She is loyal and dedicated, as well as an encouraging leader to her cheer team. Abigail is beautiful inside and out, and I can't wait to see what God has in store for her." That's from Miss Anissa. Abigail has attended OCS for 9 years. She attends First Baptist Church of Rayville. Abigail's favorite scripture comes from James 1:17. "Every good and perfect gift is from above, coming down from the Father of the heavenly lights, who does not change like shifting shadows." Abigail is escorted by her father, Mike Barris. Senior maid, Abigail Barris. Our next senior maid is Alexis Bedgood. Alexis is the daughter of Dan Bedgood and Naomi Mitchell. The varsity tennis member is described this way. C.S. Lewis once said, "Joy is the serious business of heaven." Alexis is the definition of joy. It radiates from her and contagiously spreads to those who are blessed to call her a friend. Beautiful from the inside out, she is a walking reminder of Proverbs 17:22. "A joyful heart is good medicine." That's from Miss Courtney. Alexis has attended OCS for 9 years. She attends North Monroe Baptist Church. Alexis's favorite scripture comes from Micah 6:8. "He has shown you, O mortal, what is good. And what does the Lord require of you? To act justly, and to love mercy, and to walk humbly with your God." Alexis is escorted by her father, Dan Bedgood. Senior maid, Alexis Bedgood. Our next senior maid is Isabella Fulmer. Isabella is the daughter of alumni Melanie and Roger Fulmer. The senior cheerleader, track, and softball player is described this way. Isabella is a brilliant young lady with a vibrant personality. She pours herself into her sports, academics, and friendships. Isabella leads with compassion and can make you smile even on your worst day. She gives 100% in all aspects of her life. Coaching Isabella is a joy that is not taken lightly. That's from Coach Fitzhugh. Isabella has attended OCS for 14 years. She attends North Monroe Baptist Church. Isabella's favorite scripture comes from Jeremiah 29:11. "For I know the plans I have for you, declares the Lord. Plans to prosper you and not to harm you. Plans to give you hope and a future." Isabella is escorted by her father, alumni Roger Fulmer. Senior maid, Isabella Fulmer. Our final senior maid is Emery Hogan. Emery is the daughter of Shane and Jennifer Hogan. The senior track member is described as, when Emery walks in the room, you stop at her striking beauty. However, it is her creative energy and the genuine way she loves people that fill the entire space. She brightens every day with her gorgeous smile, laughter, and the sincerity of her heart. That's from Miss Sharp. Emery has attended OCS for 15 years. She attends North Monroe Baptist Church. Emery's favorite scripture comes from 1 John 3:18. Dear children, do not love with words or speech, but with actions and in truth. Emery is escorted by her father, Shane Hogan. Senior maid, Emery Hogan. Our returning queen is Annadelle Melton. Annadelle is a freshman at Louisiana State University, majoring in sports medicine. She is the daughter of alumni Stuart and Jennifer Melton. Annadelle is a former member of the OCS state championship teams in basketball and track. Annadelle is escorted by her father, alumni Stuart Melton. Returning queen, Annadelle Melton. And now our 2023 homecoming queen, Darcy Edgar. Darcy is the daughter of alumni Dan and Lori Edgar. The senior cheerleader, track, and basketball player is described as, over the last 4 years of being a part of the Lady Eagle basketball program, Darcy has become a leader that will rise to any challenge she is given. One quality I appreciate about Darcy is she puts the team's success above her own personal accomplishments. On a personal note, Darcy, get ready. I will have a better tan than you this spring. That's from Coach Stan. Darcy has attended OCS for 14 years. She attends North Monroe Baptist Church. Darcy's favorite scripture comes from Philippians 2:3 and 4. Do nothing out of selfish ambition or vain conceit. Rather, in humility, value others above yourself, not looking to your own interest, but each of you to the interest of others. Darcy is escorted by her father, Dan Edgar. Your 2023 homecoming queen, Darcy Edgar. And now I'd like to welcome out on the field Headmaster Sherry Slade with tonight's kindergarten attendance. They will now present Darcy with a football signed by the 2023 football team. Tonight's attendants are Dawson Durham, the son of alumni Julie and Mark Durham. Dean Gilligan, the son of Tyler and Blake Gilligan. Elizabeth Gilligan, the daughter of alumni Kristen and Bryce Gilligan. Slade Malta, the son of alumni Silver and Anthony Malta. Emma Sharp, the daughter of alumni Hunter and Hannah Sharp. And Kirby Jane Taylor, the daughter of alumni Caitlin and Grant Taylor. One last round of applause for our 2023 homecoming court. And one more time for our 2023 homecoming queen, Darcy Edgar.
Forsyth Family Medical Clinic with Angela Hamby. Here's what patients have to say.
Angela is an excellent healthcare provider. She has knowledge, compassion, and integrity.
As a single parent, it's nice to have a medical clinic that makes you feel welcome. Most clinics are just another visit to them.
Forsyth Family Medical treats you like family. Make Forsyth Family Medical Clinic with Angela Hamby your home for family health care. 5000 Forsyth Bypass in Monroe.
There's no better time to get rid of those glasses or contacts. Now with the latest in LASIK, all laser eye LASIK, safe and ultra precise. Call for a free evaluation. 318-32-LASER, 318-32-LASER.
Make the high, humble decision for your LASIK care and clear vision.
Are you tired of pushing through the pain? Do you struggle day in and day out with simple tasks? Are you ready for change? If so, call Louisiana Pain Care. At Louisiana Pain Care, our doctors are board certified and fellowship trained to target the source of your pain and help you manage it. Visit lapaincare.com for more information and to schedule your appointment. Louisiana Pain Care, your spine care experts.
Hi, I'm Dustin Balance with Ludwig Marine here on Darbone Lake, 110 Old Highway 15 in Farmerville, Louisiana. We have all your needs to have a great day on the water. From bass fishing, we carry a full line of products and services. Come check out our impressive lineup of Ranger bass boats, pontoon boats, and aluminum boats as well. Give me a call today, 318-368-8922. Ludwig Marine would like to say go Eagles.
Here's the deal. When you combine State Farm Home and Auto Insurance, you save an average of $889. State Farm agent Ron Bush is ready to help you combine home and auto and save with 2 locations to serve you in Bastrop and Sterlington. Call 318-388-4663 today. Like a good neighbor, State Farm is there. Average annual per household savings based on a 2019 national survey by State Farm of new policyholders who reported savings by switching to State Farm.
Trinity Diamonds Direct, 201 Blanchard Street in West Monroe. Wholesale jewelry with integrity. They provide honest, professional experience while offering stunning diamonds and fine jewelry at or below wholesale prices. And we do custom pieces by appointment. Engagement rings, tennis bracelets, pearls, earrings, necklaces, gemstones, loose diamonds, and jewelry repairs. Trinity Diamonds Direct, 201 Blanchard Street in West Monroe.
At 3B Outdoor Equipment, we pride ourselves on our service, and now we've added another location in West Monroe, located 1 mile south of I-20 on Well Road. Our new location offers the same level of customer service you've come to expect at our Monroe store, and is stocked with additional brands like Toro and Skag. 3B Outdoor Equipment, the equipment you need and the service you deserve.
At Veros Creative, we're experts at websites for small businesses. From website creation to on-page photography and videography, we've got you covered. And with single-page sites starting at only $500 and multi-page sites starting at $1,500, we're a low-cost, high-reward option that will have you up and running in under 2 weeks. Visit us at Veros Creative today to get started. That's VEROS Creative.com. Veros Creative is a proud sponsor of OCS football.
There comes a time in every dip's life when it's ready to leave the slow cooker, even buffalo chicken dip. So we put juicy chicken, buffalo sauce, and melty cheese in a portable crispy golden shell. Runaway dip, you're free now. Sonic $2.99 buffalo chicken dip bites.
Agents Chris Thomas and Tanner Baggett, great supporters, brought us cookies tonight. Really want to thank them for doing that. If you need anything with insurance, for all your needs, call Chris or Tanner at 318-283-0200. Also, the scores I mentioned earlier, our in-game scoreboard update. That one is brought to you by Ashton Smith with Shelter Insurance. Ashton's an awesome insurance agent, so for all your insurance needs, call Ashton with Shelter Insurance at 318-343-3582. You will hear her commercial during our breaks. And again, thanks to Ashton and Chris and Tanner for supporting Ouachita Christian football. So the Eagles are out on the field right now doing their stretches at halftime, getting ready for the kickoff of the third quarter in this game, leading 49-0. I'm looking down on the sideline, and it looks like number 23, Cole Vullion, is warming up with Luke Vadrine. We may get a chance to see freshman Cole Vullion tonight at quarterback. I get to watch him at practice from time to time. He's learning, he's picking it up, and hopefully he'll get some good moments tonight. We will see several players, of course, with the Eagles having such a phenomenal first half, and that's been kind of the story of the game. Tensas finally able to get some positive yardage on offense. After their, I think that was on their fourth possession before they were able to pick up positive yards. But after that, picked up a couple first downs, moved the ball a little bit. The Eagles with a long field goal attempt to close out the first half of 54 yards. It came up short. I think it would have been good from about maybe 44, 45 yards. And we're going to have play-by-play announcer David Gordy on the sideline throughout the second half, and his microphone's going to be hot. And he's going to. I see him down there talking to a couple people right now. So if he has, he'll try to talk with some people that he knows well and has seen around the school with his longtime relationship with the school and the people here. So the Eagles make their way over to the sideline after their stretches, and we'll be getting underway here in just a few minutes. Again, I don't have stats. I think Luke Vadrine, I'm just going off the top of my head here, maybe 4 of 5 or 5 of 6 in the first half for probably close to 200 yards. That would be my guess. I'll try to get some stats on Luke because he's just really efficient tonight, really sharp with his throws. And of course, there's playmakers. 3 or 4. Well, he rolled out one time and tried to throw, so there's 1 incompletion. So 3 or 4. Donnie lets me know it's 3 or 4, and I would think that he's pretty accurate with that. And the 3 completions went for touchdowns. And so a good night for Luke and a good night for the Eagles. Good atmosphere here. Homecoming 2023. All the festivities have come to an end for the homecoming court. Now, that's not it for homecoming in general. They're going to have the homecoming social tomorrow night. It's going to be the Goodwill Grammys this year. And you know, that's what it's called, which means that the kids are going to go get their attire from a thrift store, and they're going to come and have a party here on campus, have a good time, spend time with one another. Who you got, David? Who you talking to down there?
Hey, man, how's it going, Daniel? Well, I'm sitting here talking to defensive coordinator Sonny Vadrine as we're going over the score. And look, one of the things that Coach mentioned to me, and by the way, I have to say, being down here on the sideline with the greatest sideline personality in the history of the school, yeah, it's pretty cool. What's up tonight, Coach?
Oh, man, it's great. Just watching this game play, and, I mean, our kids growing up tonight playing hard. It's just been a good game for us to get it in tonight. Good practice for us tonight.
Absolutely. But, you know, I think one of the cool things is Coach actually, he may be coaching this defense just so he can have absolutely the best seat in the house to watch his grandson play quarterback. I don't know. No, we were just talking, Daniel, and I think, Coach, if I'm not mistaken, the 42 points in the first quarter is the most we've ever scored in a quarter. Is that right?
In any quarter, that's right.
Any quarter. It's a big night. Big night. And I think Coach actually brought up an interesting statistic that Tensas may not have actually recorded a tackle in the first half.
Uh-oh.
That's going to be a problem. Yeah, yeah, it's going to be a fumble, and I don't think the Eagles want to score it, so
touchdown.
They're just going to touch it.
It's in the end zone. That should be a touchdown.
Well, I think we're going to have the officials get together. They're going to talk about this one because everything in there probably they wanted to do, and it is going to be a touchdown, unfortunately. So
yeah, fumble on the play on the sack and the ball rolls into the end zone. Eagles hesitantly touch the ball. Do you know who that was that touched it? I didn't see the number. Did you catch that?
I didn't, Daniel.
28. Oh, Hunter Traxler. Hunter Traxler, number 28. There he is down there on the sideline. Yeah. So touchdown, fumble recovery for Hunter Traxler, and so the Eagles will go out and try to kick an extra point here.
Yeah, and I will tell you too, Daniel. It's a great night for football down here. These young ladies too. I mean, I just don't think you could have better weather for a homecoming. In all fairness.
Yeah.
I really don't.
Let's see if we can get some of this little bit of scratching there. But there you go. It's working now. But yeah. So Gavin Polk knocks another one through. That'll make the score 56-0. I don't think that was intentional. Again, it was just a fumble that rolled into the end zone. Eagles have no choice but to either touch it and get the touchdown, or allow Tensas to touch it and which will result in a safety and the Eagles getting the ball. So they put their hand on it, and that'll be a touchdown for Hunter Traxler, 56-0. So the Eagles will kick the ball off to the Panthers again here after one offensive play in the third quarter.
Number 1, Reed Smalling on the kick for the Eagles. Back deep for the Panthers. Number 15, Amaje Bethel.
All right, the Eagles line up to kick. Reed Smalling will handle the duties once more, and he'll kick the ball. It'll drop right around the 28-yard line, be recovered. Looks like, again, no, that was number 3, I believe. Number 3, Curtis Cephas with the recovery. All right, receiving the kickoff there just inside the 30-yard line. So the Panthers will set up shop at their own 28-yard line, 1st and 10. David, what's the view like down there on the sidelines? Is it like, are you down there and you're like, you know what, this is actually kind of nice?
Well, you know what, Art? The view we have upstairs is considerably better.
Yeah.
But, it's nice. It's nice to be down here in the midst of the action. I mean, you definitely get a lot more of the sights, a lot more of the sounds, and it's pretty nice. I was going to try to make my way down here to the end zone and catch up with the young lady that puts this homecoming thing on for us every year.
Uh-huh.
The problem is, I don't think we're going to make it. I think our tech may let us down, man.
Yeah, well, so a minute ago I turned you down and I switched antennas.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, so right now it sounds good.
All right, well, here's the thing. Is it going to sound good when I go all the way down here?
Oh, you'll be able to hear it. You know who else will be able to hear it?
Who?
Brandon McQuillan. He's got the headset on up here with me.
Brandon
Mr.
McQuillan?
Gordy.
Is he still wearing that tie? That's what I want to
Hey,
know.
I think he even tightened it up when he got here. He didn't loosen it up.
That tie was electric, wasn't it? Electric.
Yeah.
Hey, now look, here's the thing. You know who's coming over to hang with me?
Oh, I see. I can see from up here.
yeah.
Go ahead and
Up here?
introduce her.
Hey, look, I got to tell you, we were talking about earlier about how great homecoming was tonight and how much we enjoy the festivities and how pretty these young ladies are. But Big D, you know this thing ain't going off the way it always goes off without this lady beside me, right? And now, we don't have a camera on her right, from there, but I can tell you I'm standing here with Jamie Stokes. And I wouldn't even have to tell you who it was. You'd know, right?
Dude, I would know. Absolutely, I would know. I mean, there are some things that that only one person can handle, and homecoming is one of those.
We got to do this. We're going to ask you, how was homecoming this year? How did it go off? And are you glad that it is somewhat maybe kind of over?
It was a great homecoming. I've always enjoyed it. It's my 34th homecoming. But this year had the tallest escorts in the history of OCS. We had Ryder Bentley, Carson Treshelle, everybody. We had to even change the rows at North Monroe for this year's homecoming court. We're pretty excited to have that tall of escorts.
All right, so D, we got the most points scored in a quarter, and we have the tallest escorts in the history of homecoming. That's pretty impressive. 23 is not without some drama, right? Absolutely. Well, hey, look, Miss Jamie, we had to come down here and say hi and tell all our Eagles listeners that hey, 34 years of getting this done. You got it. Jamie Stokes, folks. Big D.
Yeah.
It continues.
Yeah, nothing happens without her for sure. While you were talking, the Tensas Panthers attempted a pass across the middle, and the pass fell incomplete. And one of the Panthers was shaken up on the play, and if I'm not mistaken, there was a penalty, kind of an unnecessary roughness, late hit. And the good thing is number 0, Deion Percy, was able to make his way off the field under his own power, and it looks like he's going to be okay. However, the Panthers now have a first down at their own 42-yard line after the penalty. So, again, I do have Brandon McQuillan up here. Brandon, I do want to ask you, okay? I mentioned earlier you were down on the field, and 2 things I said. One is y'all look nice matching up with your tie and dress. 2, I've learned not to make jokes about homecoming. You know, it's taken seriously, and I think now that you've experienced it with your daughter Abigail, who's a freshman, how was the experience for you with homecoming this year?
You know, it was a lot of fun being in the booth normally or away from the field. I tell you, there's a little something different about being under the lights out there. You know, we talk about our boys play well when the lights come on a Friday night. I kind of felt it out there. In fact, I asked Abigail, I said, girl, this is my time to shine too. She said, Daddy, you better not do anything dumb out there.
Well, those, yeah, she probably knows you, and I'm glad you listened to her. But you do look nice. Abigail looked nice. All the homecoming maids look nice, and you know, I know it's a big deal. I don't know if you were invited on the dress shopping trip.
You know, I missed out on that one.
Well,
probably a good thing.
Yeah, that's right. You'll see the repercussions when the mail comes,
That's
I'm
right.
sure. But you know, it is a cool event here at Washita Christian. Also, in a game like this, you know, when a team comes and they bring less than 20 players, you can anticipate with a lot of certainty about how the game is going to turn out. And the first thing is, I think the Eagles have done what they needed to do tonight. Really efficient in the first half. Looked really good throwing the ball. I don't think they recorded a tackle. They forced Patrick Turpin out of bounds, but other than that, one incompletion, the force out of bounds, and then the missed field goal. But other than that, every play was, you know, it was a touchdown. And the second thing is, you know, at school, ball in the air, it's going to be picked off. That's number 15, Cam Vullion, on the Panthers' 2nd and 10 attempt to throw the ball deep downfield. Cam Vullion is going to go up and pick that one off. Cam's a kid we've seen get more playing time in the last couple of weeks. 1, because he's earned it, and 2, we talked about some of the players that we want to see get healthy. One of those is number 5, Andon Melton. And so Cameron Vullion and Andon are going to rotate at a cornerback/safety defensive back position. So Cam there with a nice play, recorded a couple tackles last week, and now he has an interception. But at school today, as I was saying, you know, we have kind of a game day / it's kind of like a field day, but the kids have competitive nature here, and we had some fun with some certain games. Brandon was in charge of the capture the flag station today, and then tomorrow night, of course, is the homecoming social. So a lot of things going on this week. It's a busy week. It's a hectic week. It's a fun week for the kids. You know, the teachers try to teach and get some stuff done, but it's a little more difficult this year. So Drew Turner is going to take the ball up the middle, and he's going to get to the outside. He's going to break 2 tackles, and then he's going to be forced out of bounds once he gets inside the 30. Freshman Drew Turner is a kid that I look forward to watching for the next several years. He's going to be an exciting player to watch, probably on both sides of the ball. Brandon, he just scampered for a 34-yard pickup on kind of a dive up the middle, so the Eagles get into plus territory. And they'll have 1st and 10 from the 31.
We got Mr. Gavin Polk coming on for another long field goal
here we
attempt
go.
right here.
Yeah, so this one's going to be from about 47 yards. And that's about where his last one would have fallen. So 1st and 10, the Eagles are going to attempt a 47-yard field goal. Ball's on the tee. He's going to miss that one, it looks like.
Oh, it's returnable.
And nope, once it goes to the end zone, it's going to be dead. It can be returned if they're outside of the end zone. Good thing, too, because they would have brought that ball back out a little ways. I mean, some Eagles started to react, but I think Gavin took a little too long there, and by the time – and then he saw some of the Panthers kind of rushing, and he had to rush as well and didn't get all of that one. So.
Yeah, just a little more leg into that one.
Mm-hmm.
It actually was pretty close to being right at the backside of the goal line, but it was a little wide right there.
Well, I think you could tell his rhythm was broken there. You know, the snap came, ball was put on the tee, and he was still kind of waiting. You know, waiting before he started his steps, and then kind of hurried it a little bit. I know he can make them from that distance. I've seen him do it.
Absolutely. Daniel, here's another thing to think about, and I'm not sure, being out of the press box, if you guys talked about it, but I'll be honest, I'm pretty impressed with these guys, Tensas Panthers. What'd you say? They dressed out, what, 12 or 14 tonight?
Is what we counted, yeah.
I tell you, this is a pretty tall task these boys had to. They knew what they were coming up against, so they still strapped up, put on their pads, and were willing to take on the challenge. So you got to commend them, these guys, for, man, if you only know you got dressing out 12, 15 guys, that's got to be tough to want to get on the bus and come over. But
yeah,
I've been impressed with them. They've continued to fight. A couple guys got a little banged up, but man, I tell you, best I can tell, they've all kept in the fight. Have continued playing all night.
All right, the Panthers are going to hand the ball off and pick up 1 yard on the play, bring up 2nd and 9. Another thing we talked about, Brandon, was I think this is the most fans they've ever brought to a game.
I think so too.
You know, it's not a lot, but there's more fans than players, and I think that's the first time in the past 3 or 4 years that I've seen that. You know, which is good, especially if you come into an environment like OCS, who has a track record of success on the football field into the postseason. Large crowds that travel well, and you know, to be able to support your guys. And right now our cheerleaders are over there entertaining, and I guess entertaining the Tensas faithful.
Yeah, there was a neat interaction at halftime as Abigail and I were walking over there. One of the players, I didn't catch his number. I guess I wasn't paying that close of attention, but he kind of got up to the fence and was talking to what looked like mom and dad and grandparents, and it was just a neat interaction there where they were encouraging him, and he was encouraging his family, and it was just neat to see before they went off to the locker room.
All right, well, there was a penalty on the last play, and it looked like a false start on the Tensas Panthers. But during all that, with the running clock that will draw in, drawing in to the third quarter, with the Eagles up 56-0 on the Tensas Panthers. And we're going to stay right here and check in with David Gordy with the Marion State Bank sideline report. David, how's it going?
The score is 56-0.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, it's going great. You know, I mean, yeah, it's 56-0. Hey, I will tell you this though. That's the fastest third quarter I can remember in my life.
Well, when the bell went off, or when the buzzer went off, I had to lean over and look at the scoreboard. You know, this is the first time this season we've had a running clock, and you know, it's 8:49 p.m., so we're an hour and 45 minutes, you know, since kickoff, and you know, now we enter the fourth quarter of play here. And what I want to do, though, to make sure I do it, is thank our third quarter sponsor, Valerie Van Mathern, attorney at law. Third quarter is sponsored by Valerie Van Mathern, specializing in estate planning and successions. Call 807-9030 to schedule an appointment with Miss Mathern, Valerie Van Mathern, attorney at law.
Hey, so let me tell you this.
Okay.
You were mentioning a lot of influential alumni and people of you know, people I would remember, those kind of things. Guess what? They're all gone. They're not here anymore. They've gone home. It's 56-0, right?
Yeah.
So I'm struggling, but I will tell you this. Get this. You know who I bump into down here on the field?
Who?
None other than last year's quarterback during the Landon Graves.
Landon Graves, who's he was at Kyle Field this last weekend.
He was at Kyle Field this last weekend. And you know what? He decided to come out here and check out the boys on homecoming. So, you know, just had to bring it up. He's over at ULM now, and I'm sure he's getting to play a little bit, probably enjoying that. How things going up for you over at ULM, dog?
It's been pretty fun. We got an off week this week, so I figured I'd come out and support. So, yeah, I'm enjoying it. It's been fun so far.
Yeah, I tell you what, this is one of those classic games too, isn't it? I mean, you know, you never really know, do you?
No, you never know with them. I've never seen anything like this, honestly.
Well, it's the most points ever scored in a quarter here at the school with 42 points in the first quarter. But you know, it's a mad scramble for the ball, Big D. But it's great to see Landon out here. Great to see him out here on the campus and enjoying some football tonight. Wish him all our best, man. It's good seeing you. All right, Big D. Get to catch up with. Hey, you know what? He's young though. That's why he's still here. Everybody else gone to the house.
Yeah. I mean, he loves football too. So.
Oh, you kidding me?
Yeah.
Of course he does.
So he was out here for a junior high game earlier last week. So anytime there's a football that's going to be tossed around, you could probably find Landon Graves close by. So last couple plays, Tensas threw a ball deep down the field. A good throw by number 15, Imaje Bethel. Good looking ball, but just overthrown a little bit. And then on the last play, there was a fumble that was recovered by Tensas deep in their own territory at their own 15. And that'll bring up fourth down, 15 to go. So they're going to punt the ball away. Of course, the Eagles not sending anybody back deep to receive or anybody after the punt. All right, Dave. I feel like you've run into somebody.
Well, you know what? We're talking about alumni. We're talking about homecoming. We're talking about Eagle alumni. And you know what? Here's the thing. Our cheerleader sponsor here at Ouachita Christian School, affectionately known as Miss Anissa around campus. Now, if I'm not mistaken, slight possibility I could be. Homecoming queen?
Yes.
Obviously.
And how many people knew it? You know it?
Yeah,
I did. Well,
you know.
not 100% because I did have to ask her. But I was pretty sure that she was. And Anissa graduated from OCS.
1985.
1985. Pretty big year. Pretty big year
Yeah.
out here at the campus, right?
Yep.
So yeah, I mean it's pretty cool. But yeah, so what do you think about homecoming still? Do you still enjoy homecoming? Is it nerve-wracking as a cheerleader sponsor? Because I have to imagine you probably got a few of your young ladies that are wearing homecoming clothes tonight, right?
Yeah, so we are about down by half. So of our 18 cheerleaders, 8 of them are on the court. So I have a good 10 that are left with me here on the track to cheer for the game.
So that's just got to be a lot of fun, right, as a sponsor?
It's absolutely fun.
Now, hey, Dee, one thing I got to tell you, and Miss Anissa is here with me right now. There was a time, I don't know when, and I thought it was pretty cool. Do you remember when we brought back cheerleaders from the past to cheer at the homecoming game?
Yes, I think I was the one that organized that a few years ago. It was a good time.
Aha! Hey, you know what? It was great, man, to see these ladies back out here cheering on the Eagles, and it was a lot of fun. But hey, we got to do a homecoming minute. We got to say hi to the cheerleader sponsor and former homecoming queen, Miss Anissa.
Yeah, Anissa does a fantastic job with our cheerleaders.
That's right.
And you know, I know she's passionate about that and passionate about those kids.
Heck yeah.
What we missed on the field was a first down run by Jude Turner off the left side for 11 yards, and then Cole Vullion followed up with another 11-yard run for a first down. And Cole's going to keep it on this first down, and he's going to pick up about another 11 yards and move the sticks. So pretty consistent there. 3 plays in a row for 11 yards, 3 first downs in a row. So the clock is running, and we're getting close to the 6-minute mark here in the fourth quarter. And I could only assume, but I don't remember a hydration timeout in the third quarter. There wasn't one. Yeah, there was one in the third quarter, so they'll take one here, probably after this play by the Eagles with the running clock up 56 to nothing. Eagles at the Tensas 17-yard line. Bullion's going to keep it up the middle. He's going to be brought down at around the 16-yard line. And Coach Fitzhugh is going to send out his kicking unit and let Gavin Polk try for his 3rd field goal attempt of the night. And this one's not going to be quite as far as the other one. He's going to be inside right at about 35 yards. And a timeout is taken. So we're going to take this opportunity take a timeout with him. We'll be right back to see if Gavin Polk knocks this through. You're listening to Washita Christian Eagle Football on the OCS Eagle Sports Network.
Hey sports fans, this is Ashton Smith with Shelter Insurance. We are a local agency that specializes in providing the best coverages and service for our clients. We offer all your insurance needs such as auto, home, life, and commercial. We would love the opportunity to earn your business. Please call us at 318-343-3582. You can find us at Facebook or at 205 Old Bastrop Road in Monroe. We are your shield. We are your shelter.
If you're
Welcome back to Fitzhugh Field, Eagle Stadium, here in the fourth quarter. You're with the Farm Bureau broadcast booth, and the Eagles have their kicking unit lining up for Gavin Polk's third attempt on the night. And this one's going to be from right in the middle of the field at just inside a 34-yard attempt, Donnie says. Patrick Turpin set to hold. Cole Hopkins to snap. Snap is good. Hold is good. Gavin does not hesitate and bangs it through for 3 points.
The kick is up and good.
And he had plenty of distance on that one.
Yeah, he sure did.
Much better rhythm there. Brendan McQuillan's hanging out with us tonight. Heath Griffin's getting his first work in as a producer of the live stream. Brandon, how nice is it to have somebody else that can fill in for you?
I'm not going to lie, that's a special treat right there.
Yeah, yeah. And I was trying to figure out what was going on at halftime because I could hear Heath talking. You know, what a lot of people don't know is that there's a lot of communication that goes on between you and the cameramen. As it happens, where to get shots, zoom in, zoom out, look at here, look over there, you know, get whoever's on the sideline. Stuff like that. And so I heard Heath doing that, and it was just kind of a different sound than I'm used to up here. But I've got the live stream pulled up over here on my laptop, and he's doing a fantastic job.
Absolutely, man. He's been a ton of help to us this year in terms of getting new equipment, new setup, adding in replay. I mean, there's just been a number of things. New graphics, just over the top special contributions this year to the live stream team.
That's right, and he's, I guess, the creator, owner, and CEO of Veros Creative, one of our sponsors. Again, you'll hear their commercials. Also puts together some highlight videos, which are just unbelievable.
Yeah, we posted one today on the OCS football page.
Yeah, so go check that out if you haven't.
Yeah.
It's really good. He has that special talent of mixing the on-the-field action with the music, and you know, there's a big hit, and the music just kind of you know, changes tunes at that certain time. It's just a really neat thing that he does. So I'm thankful that he's here because we spent some time with him, you and I have, both with audio and with video. So Gavin Polk's going to come in and have his first attempt at a kickoff tonight, and he puts that one into the end zone for a touchback. I want to take this opportunity to thank our fourth quarter sponsor, Eagle Point Boat and RV Storage. The fourth quarter of OCS football is sponsored by Eagle Point Boat and RV Storage. Eagle Point Boat and RV Storage is located on Lake Darbone and Farmerville. It's a proud supporter of OCS Eagle football. I want to thank Eagle Point and the rest of our quarter sponsors. And we still have David Gordy down on the sideline for the Marion State Bank sideline report. David, what about that kick right there?
That's a great kick. You know, I was standing here talking to a couple of the players. You know, as you can imagine, some of these guys' night is not only done, but been done. One thing that's funny, though, is I was talking to Zach White for a minute. I said, hey, man, you know, it's kind of, game's kind of going, you know, this. I said, what you think? And he's like, I don't know. I hadn't played all night.
Yeah.
So I didn't notice it, but Zach's never been on the field.
Well, you know, the first possession we had, I saw we gave the ball to John Turner. I saw Zach wasn't on there, and number 6.
He's going the wrong way, D.
The wrong way. Number 6, Jaquan Hines is. He ran a long way to lose a lot of yards there, and he's going to stay out of the end zone though and avoid a safety. It looks like it's going to be down at about the 2-yard line. Is that what you got, Donnie? Yeah. So a loss of. What does it say, 18?
Well, Big D, what I'm going to do is I can tell you with 2 minutes and a running clock, by the time I've made my way up to the press box, it's going to be over.
Oh, man. You're making me miss our former partner, Stan Humphreys, down there.
Well, just let me tell you, 59 now to nothing.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, well, man, I hope it was a good experience for you down there on the sideline. I enjoyed the interviews you had with some of the people down there. So Brandon and I will hang out and see this game close out. That was David Gordy with the Marion State Bank sideline report. So Tensas Panthers in trouble here in terms of this play. The game well out of reach, but they're going to get it out of the end zone. The play is going to be blown dead. He's going to pick up 2 yards on the run and bring up 3rd and 25, 26.
That brings up 3rd down for the Panthers.
3rd and 26 for the Panthers here. And this is probably, if they snap the ball, they'll snap the ball, and this is probably going to be the last play of the game. Great night for the OCS Eagles. A lot of players getting in, making an impact, getting on film. I talked to Coach Mosier today. He was one I talked to this week during the coaches show, and I saw him in the hallway. I said, all right, Coach, the good thing about tonight's game is you'll get some film on some guys, and some guys get grades that haven't got grades. And so, you don't want to underestimate the value of getting on that film and letting your coaches see what you can do on the field.
Tackle made by number 24 across boys for the Eagles. That brings up 4th down for the Panthers.
Yeah, Daniel, looks like that's going to be it for tonight. So give us a little bit of a heads up what to expect next week.
Next week's the Thursday night game, the first of 2 consecutive Thursday night games. We'll head over to Millhaven, if you will, to the Lions Den, play against the Ouachita Lions, who that was our only loss last year, was to the Lions, and I think it was something like 48-27, something like that. It was one of those games that, even though we lost by 3 touchdowns, it was within reach for a while there, and then Ouachita with a couple late touchdowns to put the game on ice. But that's looking through our schedule. We have district games left: Cedar Creek, St. Fred's, and Lincoln Prep. Of course, those are always big games with the district. But as far as, a win that you'd like to get, kind of a signature win of the season, that would be the signature win next Thursday, 7 o'clock at Ouachita Parish High School. Following week, we'll travel not quite as far, but just south on 165 to St. Frederick High School and take on the Warriors there, who I think they had a pretty good win tonight against Delhi Charter. A nice bounce-back game after a tough loss against Franklin Parish last week. We'll have the coaches show on Wednesday, so be sure you check the YouTube channel OCS Football to tune into the coaches show, something Brandon McQuillan and I do together each week. We'll have a senior spotlight. This past week was Tate Hamby, and then we'll sit down with one of the coaches. Usually it's Coach Stephen Fitzhugh, head coach. This past week it was offensive line coach Tim Mosier, who did a fantastic job. His classroom's right across the hall from mine in Graves Hall here on campus, and so we have a good time with those. What'd I forget?
Nothing, man. It's been fun.
Yeah.
Being up here, a little different, having a different headset on tonight, not talking to my camera guys quite as much.
Yeah.
But it's been fun. I've always appreciated what you and David do for the school as far as football games go, and so it was nice to be a small part of that today.
Yeah, well, the Eagles and the Panthers are going to convene at midfield and close tonight out with a prayer after a 59-0. Is that right? Yep, 59-0 victory by the Eagles here on homecoming night 2023. I'd like to thank again all of our sponsors. Especially like to thank all you who are listening to Ouachita Christian Eagle Football on the OCS Eagle Sports Network. We'll see you next week.